Welcome back to What Remains. This is session number 36, entitled The Weird. Last session we started mid-combat with them locked inside of a room that is filling up with red wine, and wine elementals, or wine weirds, have started assailing the group. At the end of the last round of combat, there is currently active a hex on one of the weirds, marked clearly with the red dot over his head. Fiona is currently caught outside of the location, and has moved through the wheel, effectively, to a different form of the dungeon. Okay, so we start on initiative 23. Soma, you are up.
How high up is the wine at this point now?
It's close enough to attack you. It's
I mean
pretty
the actual
big.
water level.
Oh,
in
sorry.
The room.
At the start of this initiative round, which is initiative round 6, it is about 5 foot. So it actually requires a swim. No, sorry, no. It actually requires a swim speed to move at your normal speed in the water, in the wine. And any movement beyond that is treated as difficult terrain.
Okay. I guess I will take a stab at the one between me and Kel, because I didn't see anything else in the room that seems like it's going to be relevant.
Right.
I can't exactly sneak attack faces on walls.
And to confirm too, I'm going to put some notations here. There was Malika could see all of them due to spotting them, but there is one that is only seen by Malika.
Didn't I see all
of
them?
You as well. You can see all of them, but Hezrod, Avran doesn't see any of them. Hezrod only sees the one that's hexed, and Kel only sees the one that's hexed.
I'm being grappled by 2 of them.
Oh, right, yeah. You know they exist. It's just that they are definitely submerged.
It's fine. I don't need to see them if I know where they are.
Yep. Okay, so Soma, you're up. You're attacking?
Yeah, the one between me and Kel.
That'll hit.
24.
Okay, as you kind of lance into the frame, the feminine frame of the weird, you watch as it kind of pops, almost as if it were like doing so in slow motion. You see the ripple pattern kind of wave out around the feminine frame, and then it just kind of bursts downwards into the 5 feet of liquid, dissipating the creature.
And then with my bonus help action, can I call out to Kel the one that's down at the very bottom?
Yeah, absolutely. And then so Kel, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Huh?
Allowing it as a freebie. Like I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Because consistency is important. What we get. And which one?
3.
Ping, which one you meant?
I don't know.
This
one?
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
15's good enough. It's not actively trying to hide, so you can see it. So we're done?
I'll swim a little bit.
Right?
Yes.
Kel.
Yeah, I'll swim a little bit to the pillar here.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys kill your wine mom?
100% they did.
I'll shoot my last shot down at the one that he pointed out to me.
Go ahead. .22 will hit.
Damage.
Okay. It hits, and everyone kind of sees it kind of hit at the water line, or the wine line. As it kind of bursts, you see that same kind of effect, like where the creature seems to have kind of more of a control over its liquid nature. It creates a massive burst as it hits and impacts, and the bullet seems to kind of lodge itself inside of the weird as the explosion that bursts out from it kind of pulls back in to the frame of the weird. Kel, you fired your one remaining shot, so you're currently on empty. Do you have any
Yes,
other?
I will have Kiora attack the one that's hexed.
Okay.
Just went through.
Just
Fly by.
whoosh. Yep.
Yep. And try to do his attack as I and do a bite.
Let's see if the tradition of creature immune to poison, damage immunities, poison, that'll hit. So it'll do 4 damage or 5 damage. What was it?
1 plus 4, yeah, 5.
Okay. And it is also resistant to non-magical damage, so it'll take 2. All right. Kel done. Malika up. Dujisho is not currently here.
I'm here.
Dujisho is currently here. Give me.
Excellent.
Are you joining the Zoom call?
Oh, the Zoom call. Yeah, let me get on that.
Okay.
Let me attack first.
Yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
As this like mysterious music plays out, we will do one of these.
Down at the one that's hexed.
Yes.
As the lance slams into the liquid and kind of buries itself through, you watch it kind of burst at the ground level, and you see the weird kind of just start evaporating. Its hold on Hezrod kind of peels away first as it tries to connect its frame, but the rest of it just starts kind of into the liquid.
Nice. Can I roll damage? Oh, it's dead. Okay, cool. Okay,
Could you have rolled less than a 3? No.
no.
Because you have agonizing eldritch blast.
Yeah, no. Okay, so now I have one more, but I can't split it with my hex, right? I don't think so. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So I can?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Don't forget
So-
to move it, though. Don't forget to move your head.
That's what. Yeah, that's
Right,
what they're
yeah.
doing. So you
So
You
move my
burst,
hex onto.
explode, hex. You see the angel appear above its head, and then the second eldritch blast fires down and hits as well.
Nice.
You need damage on that one. It's not going to explode as quickly.
Okay.
That's not the damage. That's another attack roll. All right, that's good. Okay, solid burst against it. You see it kind of like make kind of a crater explosion, and then it kind of dips deeper into the wine.
Oh, plus 4 necrotic.
Okay. Cool. Avran, you are up, and take your time.
I still don't see them, right?
No one's pointed them out to you, and you are very focused on smashing the.
Okay.
And as of
Gotcha.
yet, you've done no damage to the mask.
I haven't hit it yet.
Yeah.
All right. We're just do bird. All right. We're just gonna pull out our greatsword and then just start smashing it
Okay.
like we're churning butter.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Similar to Hezrod, as you kind of smash into it, you watch it kind of form a large splinter of cracks, and wines kind of start seeping out of those cracks, but not like opening
Like the okay.
the
I got you.
valve.
It's okay. I have another attack.
Go ahead.
Nope. Problem.
That'll hit.
11. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's an inanimate object. You kind of slam
Gotcha.
into it, kind of angrily, kind of pull the blade back up, and then drop it down again. As you hit, you kind of cleft it at the side, and the face shears clean off of the wall. As it does, a sail of wine kind of smashes into you. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Will it push me back?
It could, yeah.
Alex.
Let it carry you away.
I kind of want to let it carry me to the other side of the room.
Strength
If
saving
that's
throw.
possible. Okay.
Okay.
18.
You brace against it. It didn't look like it was going to push you across the room through 5 feet of water. That's silly talk. What would have happened is it would have pushed you back 5 feet and knocked you prone. So you don't have that happen to you. But I do like the mentality of Point Break, like, just ride the wave kind of deal.
Yeah. I thought I was strong enough.
all right.
And then can I move 15 feet? I was gonna.
Yeah.
15 right there.
Okay. The passageway that's kind of opened up beyond that, the tunnelway, it looks like it's going to require a crawl to get through, and it looks like there's a lot of content kind of moving out of the hole you've just kind of created. So it's going to be a breathless movement as well, if that makes sense to you. But Fiona, on the opposite side, you're looking into a dark version of the same room that they're in. And the crypt is closed on this side.
Closed. Okay. Can she move forward and attempt to open it?
Yeah. Hold on. 5, 10, 15,
No,
20,
no.
25,
You're supposed
30.
She has 20. Sorry, she has 60 feet of movement right now because she has
Yeah.
fly activated.
It only took 30.
Oh, perfect.
And so you get over to it, and then you're going to reach down and lift open the sarcophagus.
Yes. Before doing so, though, can she just quickly see if there's the same mirror apparatus above the?
It's not there.
Nothing. Okay, great. She will open it up.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh no.
Did you just see his face? Did you see it?
12 wine moms appear.
As
you
you
were supposed to bow.
reach down
Oh no! Eek.
and take hold of the lid and lift it. Inside, you see what looks like complete pitch black with this strange moat movement in the center of it. Then it feels like this moat starts to grow as if you're looking into like a magnifying glass that's zooming in on this object. As it gets closer, you realize that this blot in the center of the darkness is not darkness itself. Oh, she switched in. I gotta fix the thing. Hold on. Give me a second.
Sure.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Gotta let the tension build.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the best part. So Chad, you go there, and Jonah, you are here, and that would mean
No.
Before I describe
I'm
how your
there.
soul is ripped to shreds, let me adjust where people are on the stream.
Okay, great. So you
It's
look
a soul reaver.
you look down, and it kind of zooms in on this thing. The flesh appears to be kind of darkened, and an almost kind of sickly, like yellow, kind of dark color. This moat appears to be a ball of flesh, kind of in the fetal position. You see that this strange, grotesque sight appears to have a massive flesh-like cord extending out of its belly region that seems to be attached to something in the shadows. As you're kind of looking down at it, it turns its head lazily. Again, at any time, you can do anything that you want to do. You can act whatever, you can do whatever you want. But it's slowly turning its head in your direction.
I think she's going to back up. You said there's a cord hanging upward, like to the ceiling?
You're looking inside of a box, and you're seeing this creature, this strange fetal creature.
Oh, if it hasn't left the box yet, she's going to close it quickly, if she
Okay.
can.
So you close the box.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah, she closes it and backs away
What?
really quickly,
What? No, no.
seeing if she
Hold
hears
on.
anything.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
As you shut the box, charisma saving throw. And I'm
Cool.
pretty sure that's going to end your turn.
Okay, and just double checking, if this is something that's surprising, I can't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
we're way
that's-
past surprise.
All right, fair. All right, charisma save. Do.
Actually, really good. Okay. Yeah. You feel this very looming dread fill you, as if you've looked into death's, looked at death's frame itself, and you literally shut the box, and you're like dealing with that reality, and that thing that you were looking at. The one thing that you know for certain, the clarity of your sight, is that you were looking at a god.
Oh.
You said you were moving away, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say back 5 feet, and then she wants to spend the rest of the 30 if she can flying upward, seeing if there's anything on the ceiling.
Nothing.
Shit.
All right, Fiona done. Hezrod, you are up.
Hezrod's gonna
Oh, sorry,
cast,
hold on. Gotta get the music going again.
We're really just gonna like sweep past like you were looking at a whole ass god.
Oh, she's not in the same room as you. She's not in the same room as you. She's in the outside.
Ezra's gonna cast Thunder Wave at 4th level.
Okay. And you're directing it
He's just like screaming.
at the
Just
grappling
like
one?
like screaming at the top of his lungs underwater.
Okay.
Well, Thunder Wave is just, it's like basically anything within 5 feet of me. Do
That's not
shit
true.
Damage.
That's not true at all.
It's
Thunderwave is a 15-foot cube that you emanate from yourself.
It's a 15-foot cube
That you
originating.
emanate straight out from yourself. So you choose a 3x3 grid
Shit, I
that's
thought it was
adjacent to you. Yeah.
centered on me.
No.
Am I thinking of a different spell?
Yeah, 100%. So you can target it so that it hits both of them, even though you don't really see this one. I'd be okay with that, since the circumstances are pretty dire.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, where it's just like against the wall.
Yeah, you're just kind of throwing it out there. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like a shockwave around me.
So save and save, and half. This is the first roll that you rolled. Did you upcast it?
Yeah, I did cast it.
So 16 plus
level,
10,
so-
26.
Disregard that 3 because it's not a spell attack or
16, 20,
a martial. So
3.
that'd be 23. Yeah.
Half would be 11. Okay. They both get kind of hit by it, and you see their frames kind of shudder, almost like Jello was being shaken inside of the liquid, and this actually causes you to denote that this one is present.
So I'm still held by that other one.
Still
So I'm
grappled.
gonna use my bonus action to breathe fire at it
Okay.
from my fire breathing potion. So that is I believe it's I was just looking at it. DC 13 Dex.
Okay.
And that's against the one grappling me. And
Absolutely.
then it's 4d6.
Go ahead and roll your dice.
So he screams again, except this time with fire.
So as you kind of shoot down into it, you see it drop underneath the wave of wine. It hits against the top of it, and you see this kind of spark over the top of the alcoholic liquid that you just shot fire into. And you watch as the top of the wine very quickly just has like a sheen of kind of gold flare out across it for just a second. The fire doesn't stick. Wine is not alcoholic enough to actually maintain a flame.
Yeah.
But there's enough of it here that it's enough to cause a spark. If you are Avran, Hezrod, or Kel, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Oh boy.
Oh, and Hezrod, sorry, you as well.
Oh, I thought I was underwater.
Oh, well then you're... Oh, yeah, that's right. I am holding you under.
Oh,
15?
no.
15 is good enough. 7 is not, and 17 is good. So if you saved, you're fine. If you failed, you take 4 fire damage as a slight burst of flame kind of rushes out across the edge there. And Hezrod, since you were underwater and kind of shooting the flame up, detonating it kind of in.
So that just like flashes out across the surface.
Yeah, just like a quick. But
My
yeah,
bad.
no worries. On the opposite side of that, Fiona, as you're kind of backing away and then kind of going up and looking at the situation, you see this strange kind of wave kind of appear. It's like made out of ghostial kind of materia. You also see a female-like frame, and then you see Hezrod for a second, just kind of glaring across space at you like a ghost.
Is he
Like
me?
no, not at all.
Oh.
And then at the bottom of the initiative, the lid that you're looking down at opens, and you see a hand grasp the edge of it. It appears to be sickly and just not fully formed.
In our room?
In your room,
No.
Fiona.
In
Oh,
Fiona's room.
sorry,
okay.
sorry.
Your room is just filled with wine. You're drowning. I'm getting
I like
attacked.
our odds better.
Yeah.
Same.
Thank you.
Like,
Cool.
man, I'm glad we're trapped in here with a couple wine moms.
Soma, you're up.
I like our room a lot better now.
It's way
Yeah, it
cooler.
just gotta hell of a lot nicer.
I will use my bonus action to dash around the wall to get to the wine weird on the south with my movement action.
Okay.
Still up on the wall, being
Running along the side, yeah.
Spooderman. Yep, and then I will take a stab at it with my rapier.
That's a real ship sword you got there, Gooby. Stabbed it. That'll hit. Okay.
13
You have,
because no sneak attack.
you have a flank with Hezrod.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Well,
Fuck it up.
not technically a flank. He's adjacent. You get the sneak.
Fuck it up.
9.
And kind of grasps the blade kind of two-handed into the back of the feminine form, and you watch as it does the same thing. It kind of bursts and into the wine. You also notice that the wine you're stabbing down into is about 7 feet high. So, Avran, you are that.
Okay.
And Kelly, you're probably kind of doing a little bit of kickies.
I'm doing little kickies.
All
Yeah.
right.
Everyone can swim, right? No,
No.
he doesn't have swim speed, but he can swim.
Yeah, you can certainly swim.
Kel will reach down and start reloading. And that's about it.
Probably
Yeah,
lift yourself up, swimming a little bit, and then kind of reload above.
Like, really kicking.
All right. Cool. Good turn. Malika?
Alrighty, with my bonus action, I will hit it with 5 psychic.
It dies.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
Now it's our turn.
Uh, do I notice if the wine is still flowing in uncontrollably?
Sure is.
Okay. Still flying up on top.
Okay. Malika done. Avran, you're up.
Okay.
Do you announce that the threat's gone of the wine or the weirds?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, they're all dead. We're good.
Dun 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 dun. Do do do. Go, Avran.
All right. So I'm gonna have to dash, but this is 15. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, this is 15.
Mhm.
Then Avron's gonna take a huge breath, and he can fit right
Yeah.
through this.
Now
Okay.
here's the fun part. The second you hit into it, you're squeezing
Yeah.
and you're swimming. So you're
Yeah.
going to be moving at half and then half again. So you have 15 feet remaining, half
Okay.
of which would be 10 because you round up for movement purposes. Half again would be 5. So if you're moving in, you go there.
Okay. And then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you dashed. So 15 feet of movement was half your movement, and
Yeah.
then 5 was half and half.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
It's great in coffee, by the way. Cheers.
Gotcha.
Avran done. Fiona up.
Okay, realizing that this thing was a god, like sensing that dread, remembering that little thing about Bao as the dead god intoned, even though he's coming out and it might be too late, she goes as far away from the tomb as she can before dropping down to the floor and bowing.
Okay. For narrative purposes, I'm going to explain to you it doesn't work, but I'm going to explain to you how you realize that's the case. It lifts itself out. Its eyes kind of are closed, and then start to kind of like break open. You can actually see like mucus, like crusted over and slightly gooey on the interior, kind of breaching open as the eyes kind of stare at you. These beautiful green eyes, and its mouth kind of drops and hangs open with a. You then see this bubble kind of course out from it, and you can see that death itself is filling the void around him. He is surrounded by necromantic death. If you get close to him, you'll have to suffer that death. Do you wish to continue moving?
No. If anything, she'll fly higher up.
It's 15 feet. It doesn't look like it's going to get away from the bubble here. There's no escape velocity upwards. Again, like the ceiling is the same as it is in the wine room.
Cool. She will just fire out a chill touch at it, feeling that this thing is probably absolutely dead,
Okay.
like a dead creature.
You watch as the
As
spell dissipates. Remember the last time you fought a god creature Spells
Yeah.
under 5th level don't touch it.
Yeah. And just, use the rest of however much movement you think she has to back out of
Yeah, lots
the
of it.
room.
Yeah, not, kneeling down wouldn't have been too much. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, well, 40 will get you to there. I did a bit of a backtrack. It's actually, 40 there. You may have saw it said 35, adding for the fly down and the kneel.
Cool.
So you have 20 feet of movement left. Do you want to go north or south? Or west?
I mean, she doesn't know what's happening down there. She saw a glimpse of Hezrod. Kind
Engage
of.
in fighting, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want. Could I roll for it? Like which way she thinks would intelligently be closest?
Well, you know that both of these directions, south and north, go back around the loop to the other side. West would lead you into the dungeon proper, but you're not in the real dungeon. You're in a weird secondary version of it. So if you want to get back to the group, you're going through the ring.
Through it, right?
So you want to go either north or south, your choice. Either way works, so far as you know. And yes, I'm not trying to be vague there. Either way works.
Yeah, because it's a ring. I think she'll just go west, actually. Yeah, she'll just
Sure.
go west.
Okay.
However far she can. And
Absolutely
just
fine.
keep her ears and eyes peeled for anything, any sounds or sights.
Okay.
She does not turn her back to that room at all, by the way.
Okay. But you're watching the creature in front of you. That's absolutely fine. Hezrod, you're up.
So someone's trying to break this one.
No, I just went over there to stab the other elemental that was there. I haven't done anything to this
And
one.
Hezrod or Avran's legs are kicking out of this one.
I think he's all the way through.
Like you're all the way in there.
Not all the way. He's like he crept into the entrance, but I don't think you can see his feet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, for comedic purposes, I kind of want to just like have Hezrod run in there and like start trying to shove Avran down that pipe. But also I want to break off the other faces. So I guess someone's gonna work on that one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Has this one been touched at all?
It has not. But the
Okay.
one that you started on, someone's on it. Okay, got it. So you're gonna try and do something with this one?
Yeah, I mean is the wine, the level of wine in the room up above the mask?
7 foot, and yeah, it would be over the mask, so the mask is
Okay,
spewing underneath the water line or
Yeah,
wine line.
Like basically a club is not a good weapon to use underwater. So
Spear, piercing weapon might be
Spear.
better. Yeah.
he's just gonna start stabbing the shit out of it.
Okay.
Oh wait, you know what? Even better. Stop right here. Double
Eldritch Blast, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
So much
It's like
cooler.
why? Why did I need to complicate things? I know what the right answer is. Does the 11 miss?
Tends to hit.
Tends to hit. Cool. So that first one's gonna be
With that
7
total amount of
plus
damage,
another-
you watch both the blasts hit and kind of crack it, just like you did with the shatter and the last case. Looks like maybe one volley like that will probably break it.
Nice. So this one, you mean one more volley, or is
One
this
more
break?
volley will break it.
Okay, cool. And then I guess can I bonus action breathe fire on it?
Yeah, fire doesn't do damage to it though.
Okay, well I tried.
Yeah. Okay. The creature kind of gets to its full form out of the sarcophagus. It is massive. You also notice that it appears to have a connective tube to its head. As it kind of lingers towards you, it stops. You can see that the lines that are connected to the belly and the head seem to kind of run taut and stop it. Looks in your direction, Fiona, angrily, and then it starts kind of speaking. I need you to make another charisma saving throw.
Cool. I'm just trying to see if I have anything up my sleeve.
Fiona, do you have the ring
I have all the rings. Hence my alternate name. Let me see if I can cast this on myself. No, I don't think it does. I can't do that.
It starts speaking. The words it
Yeah.
speaks are beautiful sounding. They sound similar to the words that Avran and Bafadil would kind of speak to one another in that strange language that the two of them shared. But it sounds like, as it's saying the words, and the words sound beautiful, its face appears to be hateful, maddened, angry. And you're almost certain that the words that are coming out of its mouth are obscenities. If you understand Celestial, you understand that it is absolutely speaking obscenities to you. And as you fail that charisma saving throw, you take 23 points of psychic damage.
I have one quick question, and it's totally up to you. I remember applying perfume, but I don't remember if it's been 24 hours or not.
I don't remember when you applied the perfume.
Okay.
Was that back in this town?
Because that's the thing, the timeline's really fuzzy to me. It was when we woke up.
Was it back in the town?
Yeah, when we woke up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been because
Yeah,
it only lasts
you've had
8 hours.
Yeah, you've had a day's worth of travel and effort, so I'm pretty sure it's not active.
Okay, cool.
Either
Fair
way,
enough.
a 20 wouldn't have worked either. So
That's fair.
Yeah, 23 points of psychic damage, and technically you have disadvantage on your next attack roll against it, but it appears to be kind of blocked. I'd say right about there-ish. That showing up on your screen?
No.
Hey. Okay, roll 20 is being weird.
Sorry, did you ping it?
It should be massively right there in front of everybody. Does nobody see the big red thing that I keep dropping down?
Maybe I'll refresh.
No,
it's me.
Oh,
It's me. Connection error.
I just
yeah,
got
I
the
see
same
that
thing.
too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, we got that.
it's roll 20 being goofy. I'm refreshing.
Hey, roll 20. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Classic case.
Ooh, is it loading? It's not loading. Sheesh, it's not loading for me.
Same.
It's an action to apply perfume, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is roll 20 down?
I'm checking on Twitter, yeah.
It is. No. I don't have any issues with it.
Status.roll20.net.
I'm starting to see stuff slowly pop back up.
Oh, here we go. I'm loading in.
Yep, same.
There we go. It was a
I
blip.
see names now, but nothing else. I'm gonna reload.
Still
I
taking its
reloaded
time.
too.
Oh, now it's mapping done. Oh.
I am in. No big red thing.
Yeah, sadly, no red thing. Oh, wait, I see a red line above my head.
No,
Or is that just
What's
my
your
health
health
bar?
bar?
That's good. That means you're healthy.
Okay, well.
for now.
For now, he says.
For now.
It's the only red I see. Yeah. It's cool, though. I can imagine it. It's close, yeah.
But I want to point out it's stopped right at kind of where the brick would have dropped if this were the same kind of world.
So here.
Yeah, like right in that kind of same. No.
Oh, it's
There.
even farther back.
Yeah, it didn't stop at the ring. The ring is still available to you if you want to move that way. It's stopped like at the mouth of the.
But yet, I'm like, it's casting stuff on me?
It cast a spell at you. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
There's
great.
something right here, yeah.
I see the placement now, yes.
Oh no, that's upstairs. I don't have to worry about that.
Ow.
I'm gonna hope this thing requires.
I see it. I see part of it.
Yeah, we see like a little bit. Well, I can't really see it, but I see like
Well, we can't see it, but we can.
I see the umbilical cord.
Cool.
That's it.
Some of your
I guess I will stab this face. I gotta get my character sheet back up.
Excuse me.
What was that? Oh yeah, it hits. You broke it. It didn't need much more to go before being broken. Do you want to move into it?
Sure, I can hold my breath for 2 minutes, apparently, so in we go.
Okay. So squeezing and half movement because you're moving through the liquid. So you're.
I'm assuming my slippers of spider climbing won't contribute anything in this situation because of the slipperiness. Yeah.
So you're going to be moving at half and then half again. So 30 halved is 15, halved again is 10. So if you dash,
Can I
you'll be
use-
moving
yeah.
20.
Yeah, that's what I was going
And-
to ask is bonus action dash.
If you'd like to move in, you can. So it would be 5, 10, 15. And then you realize that you're looking up into a massive silo that is nowhere near having drained.
Hey. And I'm assuming I don't, can't probably see that there's anything at the top, but it's massive enough, so I'm going to start heading back.
Yeah.
Can move another 5 feet, you said, or
Yeah,
however
yeah,
many more.
20 total, so that's good. Kelly, you're up.
All right. I probably would have heard him going at this one in the top left.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of move over there. Do I have enough room to have my gun out of the wine pointing down towards the face?
Yeah, I mean, your gun can fire underwater, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll just shoot the face then.
That's convenient.
That is very convenient.
I mean, you're a
So I'll
merfolk.
shoot-
I don't see why you wouldn't have a waterproof gun.
Fair enough. That
Has it been
makes a lot of
shooting
sense.
spears this whole time?
That'd be really cool. Like just. Anyway,
Like a big fucking harpoon gun?
do you want me to roll to shoot?
High velocity minnows.
Yes, I do.
There
Go
you
ahead. Damage. Center of face. You pop the face clean in the center. All of the shards from the Eldritch Blast kind of break outwards. They immediately kind of sink in the wine, and there's now an open cavity where the face was. That
So
was-
move 25 feet,
so you
I'll
have
move.
5 feet remaining.
which I just did.
Okay, great. Malika?
Muted. Gizo.
Malika?
Is this one still unbroken?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's
No, I'm sorry. By this point, the wine is now at 9, 10 feet. So it's actually only about 5 feet below kind of where you're at, Malika.
Ah!
It looks like it'll probably be about 4 more turns before it touches ceiling.
Oh shit, Malika!
Sorry, 4 more turns, including this turn. At its current rate of liquidity.
Oh no.
So how much more volume will my tears contribute? Okay, so
Substantial, I think, at this stage.
okay, so everyone's trying to crawl up. Oh. Wait. Well, I don't know. We're not communicating. Okay, so I'm just
I
gonna
noticed
fire.
that too.
Well, I mean, we can't at this point because everyone's under wine.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I aim and fire off at this thing
Yeah.
under, like, even though it's under wine?
2 Eldritch Blast. Liquid doesn't stop your magic from going through it.
Unless it's magic liquid.
Yeah, like Orvo.
Exactly like Orville.
That'll stop it. Hit and Okay. Cracks form.
You know?
Let me do one more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so close.
Okay. You watch as the face breaks, kind of shattering apart. The wine flow kind of coming out. Doesn't seem to be increased, but just more kind of capable.
Okay, I do want to kind of shift over here,
Mhm.
and that's my turn.
Avran, make a perception check.
Hold on. Sorry. I thought I had my character sheet open, but I didn't. But I said perception. Here we
Mhm.
go. Do a natural one.
You're in wine.
True. It's wet. I'm going to dash.
Okay. You're going straight. 5, 10. When you get to this point, you see that this is a massive column. Kind of goes up for farther than you can see, and it's filled entirely with wine, and you can kind of feel the pressure coming out. It feels like there's a slight dip of liquid that goes this way, but you can actually, at this point, breach out if you move 5 feet more south, out to a point where there's just a little bit of runoff because it's all going towards the chamber that you're going towards. You're actually breaking out of a spurt. You're entering into oxygen space.
Gotcha. So I'll do that. I'll go, this way, and so I can breathe a little bit.
You see a hallway. It seems to be filled with the same natural, like, weird light that's been present throughout this space. And it looks like there's a column and some form of markings on the floor as you kind of out of the wine, absolutely drenched in wine.
I will go 5 more feet that way.
Okay. Your speed is now norm, or no, you're still squeezing. So your
Yeah,
speed
still
is now
squeezing.
just halved. So you've moved 5, 10, 15, 20. That would be a total of all of your movement.
Yeah. That's it.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Avran done. Fiona, you are up.
Okay. Kind of realizing that this thing is incredibly powerful and she's not quite sure if it'll be able to like attack her even while she's out of sight line. She's going to item interaction, pull out the perfume and apply it
Okay.
directly. I don't know. Is this the last use I have of it? I don't know if you've been. I don't know
Yeah.
how many uses you have.
That would be the last one, I believe.
Cool. But yeah, she uses it and then backs away into the other room, so she's no longer in its sight line.
Okay. As you kind of enter into the larger chamber, you notice that the entirety of this space seems to be filled with this kind of dark energy. It seems to be different than the chamber you were in before. The other thing you would note as you kind of back away and into this room is that the tunnel space that was there is glowing bright green. The one that one that Hezrod had noted, the strange tunnel, like up in the air that looked like an air shaft.
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, that might be a lead. She kind of immediately looks towards it and kind of calls out, seeing if anyone could hear her, if she can see anything.
Okay, Hezrod, you're up.
So all 4 masks are broken.
Yes.
Okay, so Hezrod was expecting something to happen and nothing happens. He looks around. He knows that Soma was over there. He's gone, presumably down the shaft. He knew that Avran was there. He's gone, presumably down the shaft. And he takes a moment to think about it. He knows that Kel's over here and can probably breathe underwater, so he'll be okay. Then Hezrod uses his action to metamorphose to
Yeah, fish legs.
Yeah, fish legs. And then he's gonna move to this tunnel and try to basically save Avran.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet to get there, and I have another 30 feet of movement to get in there.
Absolutely.
Can I just squeeze?
Yeah. So your speed won't be inhibited by the wine because you're swimming. So your speed while swimming is 50, right?
Yeah.
So 25 is what you'd be able to move in the squeezing. So yeah, you can catch up to him, and you actually would be able to breach
In Hezrod's mind, as he sees Avran's there, and basically from like where Avran's at, Hezrod just thinks it's more wine. And so his like goal is to basically like runs up behind Avran and like grabs Avran's legs and is like pushing, like, rah! Like just like runs right up behind you and he's just like and he's like shoving you through.
Oh.
Okay. So Fiona, you kind of call out and kind of linger there for a second, not sure what's happening. You had taken your action. I didn't think there was any bonus action, so I just kind of moved through you. But I'm sure that'll change on this next turn. So the green light seems to shadow for a second, and then you see a skull float out and look directly at you. It has bright green eyes that are made out of gemstones, and its teeth also appear to be gemstones. This appears to be the exact same skull that you have acquired elsewhere, except this one appears to be animated. It looks down at you and says, "You woke the baby." And after saying that, it will then cast a spell at you.
Oh no! Fiona!
woke the baby.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't spend more time in Bizarro Dungeon than to get the book.
Yeah, I'm
Weird.
trying to remember where we wrote down that guy's name.
You didn't
I
wake
got
the
it.
baby.
I think we have one.
Con saving
It's
throw.
Doc,
Oh yeah, it is Talk,
who is a bastard.
presumably.
Oh no, he is. Trust me. Yeah.
You know, from the deep lore.
John, please confirm.
He met him in real life.
Oh shit. That's funny.
Con saving throw, Fiona.
Con. Okay. Dun, dun. It's like the one thing I'm not great at. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Take 42 points of necrotic damage.
How much?
Yeah, I'm
42.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
God damn.
Cool.
Where'd he fucking do that?
Eesh.
All right. That was at the bottom of the initiative. Soma, you're up.
Okay, I will get out to here, call out not this one. Let's see, which one would I go to? I want to say the left one, but I also don't want to feel like I'm trying to use knowledge that I shouldn't have.
You pop out. You would see that it looks like Kel's focused over there. Malika moved towards the middle and is looking between Kel and where Hezrod and Avran have gone. I'm assuming Malika's intentions are kind of focused more on where Hezrod and Avran have disappeared to, because they're not jumping back out suddenly like you did. Does that sound accurate? Soma, being trained in insight, would be able to kind of gauge what's happening from the 9-foot kind of wine line, seeing these situations, and can make his decisions after that point.
All right, well, if I can see at least one person is focused on that one, I will do double dashing or whatever you'll let me do, and I have no idea how much speed and how deep into that one that will equate out to.
Okay, so if you're swimming, you're just moving at half speed. So if you're double dashing, that's 30, 45, so 5. That's the wrong tool. 45 there, and then you'd be able to move 5 in if you're going into it.
All right, let's
Does
do
squeeze
that.
time.
Getting
Yep.
slapped in the face by a
Okay.
fish tail.
Make a perception check as a free roll. It's sufficient. You would see that Hezrod is not in wine. He's kind of half in, half out. And it looks like there's a breach beyond that. Like you can see that there's like where the wine begins, it seems to be flowing in your direction. All right, Kelly, you're up.
All right, what I have.
Oh, hold on. Do you do anything else, Soma, as a free action or anything to that effect?
If you will let me try to call out that this looks like
You're
the right
submerged.
route, I will. That's.
But you can do other things that might
I'll
signify.
wave, beckon people.
Malika, you see
Since
Soma
I'm still
kind
in
of
the entry.
like doing one of these from inside of the hole in the face. Looks like this one. And Malika, you're above board, and you can see that Kel's above the water as well. Looked like he kind of put his feet up on top of the face and like,
Yeah.
So
Ride him, cowboy. Ride
Malika,
'em.
as Kel starts his turn, do you want to do anything as a free action before he goes about his turn? Being more than fair here.
She's up. Cal.
Wait, the
Do you
Kel,
want?
right?
Do you want to say?
Gijo,
Do
tell
you,
me.
want, you can speak. You can speak whenever you want as a free action. Does Malika want to say anything? Having seen Soma go, this is the hole. Do you want to say anything to Kel, who's also above wine? Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, that's the hole. Wait. Hey, that's the hole.
Okay.
I guess, oh, huh?
Now it's your
I'll
turn.
turn
Kel.
around. I'll turn around and I'll look. I'll see Malika pointing at that other hole, and I'll metamorphosis to
Fish mode.
get my legs going.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The second you hit Soma, you cannot go through because you cannot move through allies in a squeeze. However,
Sure.
you can push Soma, but you'd have to use your action to do so. You've already used your action to metamorphose, so
Oh, yeah.
you're kind of stuck there.
I'll be like, here we go, buddy. And I'll
Hey.
just grab and push him.
A smooth operator conversator has blocked the path. Malika, you can see at current, the wine line is about 9-10 feet. So you're literally like your feet are probably like from the broom kind of touching the wine. And your kind of head is like against the ceiling. As you're kind of crouched in that weird kind of like 5-6 foot space.
There would be like a riptide from where
Yeah.
Kel is like beaming towards that thing. And then I'd use my bonus action to tell Kiora to
So
plop back in and
an interesting
run over
point.
to me.
I imagine that Hezron's metamorphose mode is very shark tail like.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that Kel's is more like river snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's dope.
Yep.
I love it. Okay. Cool. Balka, are you doing anything else? Again, they're stuck where they're at. Do you want to use any actions, do anything at all, or just holding up there?
I'm gonna use an action to expend a hit die to
How
gain
are you doing that?
Helmoth's Athame
Oh, cool.
to gain actually 4 hit die to get a spell slot back.
Yep.
And gonna be looking around. Well, let's say I will move up against the surface of the liquid to kind of be like ready to dive into it, but not yet.
And just so you understand how the Athane actually pulls from your kind of vitality to empower yourself with magic, you kind of pierce the palm of your hand a bit, and as you kind of pull the blade away, you can feel the pain of a cut, and you can almost see a shed of blood, but instead it kind of heals itself over. You still feel the pain of the cut, but you can feel your magical reserves filling again. All right, perfect. Avran, you're able to kind of move out into the open air, and Hezrod's right there with you. So if you would like to step out, that's fine. And what I'm going to do here is, Fiona, it's your turn. You are dying. Death saving throw for me, please.
Oh, fuck. It's a no.
That's one failure. So we do have to maintain operational initiative. Hezrod, you're up next.
My
I'm gonna
movement
use
was
my action to push on through to the other side.
All right.
my movement was halved, right? It was just half for being squeezed.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so with the dash, I get to move.
Cool.
Fuck! This is not cool.
Okay.
I do not like this.
As you move into this room, the two of you would note it looks like this is another crypt, another sarcophagus in the middle of the room. However, this one is encircled by a pentagram and magic circle, and that each of the points is a pillar that goes straight up. Along the lengths of the pillars are perfectly drawn runes in helixical patterns all the way up the length of it. And you recognize these patternings immediately due to seeing a similar style of writing several times in recent history. They are words of creation.
Yeah. Or no? No,
Don't
yeah.
even touch that sarcophagus.
Yay or
Don't
no?
even touch that sarcophagus.
Don't even touch it.
I'm gonna touch it, guys. No.
Oh boy. Here we
Selma,
go.
you move through, right? Okay. And Kel, you move through, right?
Yeah, I should.
And then
I would hope Malika would
Malika,
catch the hint.
you move and start to move through. Is that right? Okay. It's the first time you've actually touched wine, so it's kind of like, ah! But you're able to make it through decently enough. And then Avran done Fiona death saving throw.
Do anything. Oh no, he's not gonna do anything. Never mind.
How do we do? Okay, success. So, as you are laying there unconscious, you have this strange kind of recollection in your mind. You keep remembering that sight of the creature turning to face you and also looking down the hall at you. It's like these two images are kind of locked in this kind of overlap in your mind, and they just keep replaying and replaying and replaying and replaying. But you're sentient enough to understand that you're dreaming, but you're also aware enough that you cannot wake yourself. But you're not dead. Hezrod, you're up. Oh wait, we don't need to do initiative anymore. We're good.
He takes one look around the room. He doesn't see any doors, does he?
I would say at this stage, you're kind of all in the room. Hezrod, I'm going to start with you. You're looking for doors. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Okay.
I'm going to shift the music to something a little bit more calm. We've had enough of the combat and craziness, I assume.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why I rolled medicine.
Apologies for all of
The
that.
same roll. So I got a 20.
Theoretically, doesn't running medicine work to check the healthiness of the walls?
No. You see another similar kind of mechanism to the ones that Soma and crew have uncovered. The strange kind of mechanism in the wall that opens a secret door.
He kind of moves up besides Avrian.
Okay, so as you kind of point that out, I'm just going to quickly move through everyone else to see if they're going to do anything crazy.
He basically would have pointed that out to Soma.
Avrian, I also chose you next because crazy. Do you want to do anything in the room at all?
There are no spouts. There are only words of creation on these columns, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and this magic circle, is it glowing at all?
Nope.
We need to leave. We need to leave.
Did Hezrod point out the secret door?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Avrad's going to go to that secret door and open that bitch.
Okay. Yeah.
With all his might.
It opens.
Alright, so we're right here.
All right.
Yeah.
As that's happening, Avran, Soma, is there anything that you want to do inside of this chamber?
Well, that was the second worst wine tasting I've ever been to. House Gravesend invites you to a wine tasting. Don't taste the Bloom wine. I will scan around to see if there are any other handles or things on the walls from here.
Yeah, if you're looking inside this room, there's nothing in here. Oh, sorry, for a second. I apologize. I have to take a moment. Bear with me for just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. And you can explore the space that I've opened up to you. But yeah, just bear with me. I have to...
Don't go in the circle, guys.
Hold on.
I'll be right back. This is a perfect opportunity for me to...
I will go in the circle. Okay, alright, we have a T shape here with a circle.
I guess I'll reform my legs.
There's some magical fuckery in here.
Hezrod will also reshape his legs. Probably.
That's a good idea.
Oop. I'm so glad we found the door because Hezrod was about to just fucking climb back in that pipe.
Oh my god.
Malika,
I bet the way I would have went was going to be like just a that.
What's that, Avran?
can I have some of that spinal fluid that you had?
Spinal fluid.
Yes, the thing you
Yeah,
attached
you
to me.
asking for a heal?
Yes.
I'll heal you.
At this
Wait a
point, you
minute.
see that like there is literally blood and wine just overflowing through a lot of his wounds.
Well, Avran, I'm glad to help as long as you're vocally grateful to our patron for his support.
Mm-hmm.
She'll jab you in the bottom of your spine with the cannula.
All right.
You guys have the same patron?
No.
Oh,
Well,
I was about to say this could be
Well.
free if you want. I'll just.
well, Avran, was that in character?
Oh,
No.
that's the character. Wait, does Kel ask in character?
Well, I was gonna. Do I? Was what you said, Zijo, in character?
Everything that's said in this
Oh,
accent
okay,
Kale,
fair.
is in character.
Like, well, if you want, I can just do a little cure wounds here.
I could use it all to be on
Yeah,
it.
why not both, huh?
It's okay, Kale. Our patron helps
Our?
us as we need it.
Avron
Our,
really silently is
yes.
gonna
Is that
say,
like something like the third person, or?
The Lord of Corruption has supported our endeavors to fight the Lady of the Deep and to explore the mysteries of this land.
Okay. I mean, I ain't heard of that one.
I believe
Lady of the Deep, you said?
yes.
I mean, I've heard like what we puddle back there with the big.
I believe it is. I believe it is a godling. If I'm
Who's
not
godly?
mistaken.
Who's
The
Oh well,
Lady
this
of the
helps.
Deep.
I'll tell you what. Here you go. And Kel rub his hands together, and he'll touch him on the forehead.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, here's 9.
9 or 17?
What?
Or
14,
15,
17?
sorry.
Okay.
There's a 6 there from your higher level cast.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, it'd be 15.
Nice.
All right, and then it's 10 from the Thanger Merjagger. I'm just gonna add 10 now.
Sorry about that.
It okay.
Okay.
I'll say I haven't had to do that too well.
So
That helps.
Kel and Malika healed Avran. Malika used the cannula, and Kel cure wounds.
Cool. So as you kind of look into the space, it looks like no one has really touched this space for a very long time. It's dusty. It's covered with spider webs. It's absolutely just filled with like an oldness to it. But there's a table, and on the table there is a strange dusty bottle just standing in the center of the table. Totally inconspicuous.
Are there any runes or anything under the table, or like around the table, or on the table?
Just a wooden table. The wood appears to be old.
All right, Avran's
Is it
gonna
oak?
pick
Is it
up.
ma-
Avran's gonna pick up the bottle, then move it like an inch to the left and see what happens.
It looks like there's a nice ring of cleanness on the table from where the bottle was picked up, as the dust did not accumulate underneath the bottle. But other than that, nothing.
Is it corked on top?
Mm-hmm.
Avran will take the
well,
bottle.
It's a clear glass bottle. Do you want to inspect it before you uncork it?
He's not going to uncork it.
Oh, okay.
well, I guess I would say, well, let's wait a second before we go picking up anything else or
Oh,
opening anything, or
I-
maybe someone more inclined should take a
I
look at
don't.
that.
I don't believe the actual table itself is a trap, but this bottle, I don't know. But maybe if we open it, something will happen.
Is it
So-
glowing at all? Can you
No.
see from
It does have a certain kind of like
tinge?
yeah, like a purplish kind of it's not light, I guess is the best way to kind of describe it, but it's not even a glow. It's just like a radiance that is inside the bottle that does not emanate out of it. Really hard to describe.
Yeah,
It,
it's
it
fine.
almost looks
Maybe
it almost looks like the bottle is filled with like a bit of like sunset, and like a tinge of like swirling dust.
Yeah, no, it
maybe-
could stay in the bottle. That's fine.
You can say in the
It's
bottle.
gonna stay in the fucking bottle.
That's where that shit lives for
maybe
now.
we
yeah.
should have Malika take a look at that there.
Yeah, he's gonna walk out with said bottle. He's just be
There-
like, Malika,
There
catch!
is another lever.
Oh, don't!
By the way,
That's what I was going over here to check. So I assumed there had to be another way out.
if you're popping that while they're inspecting the bottle, you would see that the chamber on the opposite side appears to be filled with bones. Oh my god, so many bones.
Oh, cool.
There's
Great.
all of the bones. So many bones. Looking into it, you see that there's 6 cauldrons, iron cauldrons,
Ooh.
filled to capacity with bones, surrounded by drops of broken like rib cages, pelvises, spines, bones.
I feel that.
Bones.
Did I mention bones?
Bones.
This place is filled with bones. But as you're also looking at it, there's a chariot made out of gold, settled in the center of the room. Atop the chariot is a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn all across the top of it. Just random bits of baubles of treasure.
It's a
There are
trap.
paintings on the chariot's body that show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, you see a bronze shield, massive bronze shield, not one that you'd pick up and use.
Yeah.
It appears to have an image of a ancient Montoulet warrior carrying a spear, and below him there's an inscription in kind of old Osirian, which is translated pretty easily. It's like looking at Old English to kind of common. There are some words that are harder to decipher, but what's written here is pretty easy to catch. Bow before no one. 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield, which are the star markers, each depicting a Montoulet warrior. 1 holds a sword, 2 holds spears, and 1 is missing their face. So that would be sword on the far left, spears flanking the shield, faceless one on the right.
Are the swords similar to the ones that we got from the whites at the very beginning of the dungeon?
The swords here are very similar to those same swords, yeah.
All
The
right.
whole quote was bow to no one, right?
Yeah, on the shield.
Okay, thank you.
I have an
Sorry.
idea.
Wait. 1 second. I'm sorry. Just to clarify, we're talking about this shield
No.
No,
in the
it's-
next room. In the
yeah.
next room.
in
Table.
the next room.
This is the table where we found that bottle with the sunset.
So it sure looks like one
Oh.
of these statues is missing one of these swords.
Apologies.
Good.
The cauldrons are not iron entirely. They're iron rimmed. They appear to be made out of terracotta.
Hey,
Shall-
John, could I? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Can I make a religion check on the pentagram?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your damn self.
Never mind.
That sure is a pentagram.
Oh, it's such a pretty design.
You remember seeing those in like a novelty shop in Knock? Like it was like a small little kind of like it was in a mall. It was really kind of like a nice little area. I'm trying to reference a hot topic. I'm not doing great.
Oh shit!
I'm not doing a great job. You roll a 1. Come on now.
No,
Oh,
yeah, no. I mean, oh shit! Like, oh, this is a very fashionable
can-
diagram.
Can
Walks
we
away.
call it? Can we call it sweltering discussion?
Yes.
I'll give you inspiration for that. That's pretty good.
All right. I will
Oh,
go.
one last note. To the north side, you see a white marker on the ground, and you can see through what you thought was a wall.
The one with the names?
The one with the names. You don't see the wall there, but you see the other side of that wall.
Oh,
Interesting.
It
Okay.
wasn't a trap the entire time.
Maybe. I mean, we haven't crossed the threshold yet.
So what's this here?
It's a chariot full of random trinkets.
It's a chariot
and a
with a sarcophagus,
sarcophagus.
and the sarcophagus has treasure on top of it.
Yeah.
Fuck all the sarcophaguses in this place.
Don't like that.
All right.
Guy.
I liked it.
Was it the one on the right that was missing the sword, John, or was it the one on the left? Sorry.
So it'll go sword, spear, no face.
Okay. And the one with no face is missing
No
its
weapon.
sword. Okay. Does it look like it's posed like the one that is holding a sword?
They're all posed the same here. And so the sword's down, and then the shield or the spears are up.
Does it look like I could put the sword that Hezrod gave me from the whites into the grip?
Yeah, looks like it would fit, but it doesn't really do anything once you settle it
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the sword back?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was a silvered sword, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't have anything for the face. I'll investigate the shield.
You do not have religion trained, right, Soma?
Correct.
Hezrod, you have religion trained, and so do you, Malachite. Go ahead and make a religion check.
I do too.
Yeah, he said.
Malachite, I said Malachite.
Oh,
I'll give Avran a roll too if Avran has religion trained, but I don't think he
what
does.
the
He doesn't.
fucking shit,
You're
man?
pretty sure this is something you've seen at a what is it?
Sweltering
discourse?
discussion.
Oh,
Sweltering discussion.
perfect. You would
Back in sweltering discussions, there are all kinds of symbolisms like this.
Hezrod, you would note from study with the short amount of time you've had in the city reading books about Atavius that there are kind of older references to an entity known as the Godheart. The Godheart was in opposition of an entity known as the Nothingness. The Nothingness is typically depicted as a faceless individual.
So in here is the faceless.
Shit, he relays that to them. So he relays that who was it that was in opposition to the nothingness?
The Godheart.
Yeah, it's not so much that. It's more, I'm pointing out more the reference that the Nothingness is typically
Yeah.
depicted by a faceless individual.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he says the nothingness is typically represented. He
I'm gonna
the
be.
Godheart
hold
and
on.
the nothingness.
I gotta talk to our audience real quick. Elizabeth, I'm glad you are watching and not playing. I would have hated for that puzzle to be solved that quickly. I know. Yeah, you absolutely are a genius. It's true.
Anyways, so yeah, he would explain that the nothingness is often depicted as a faceless individual.
I see you
So-
also, David.
Do we have any writing that refers to the nothingness? Have we recovered or read anything?
So there's the
We-
shield.
It
On the
says bow
wall.
to no one, and we have learned to maybe not trust the riddles and statements in here.
Yeah. So that would mean, okay, so if this is the nothing, then that means the one that Fiona is currently dealing with is the Godheart.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
No, we don't know that.
You don't know where Fiona is.
So we don't know that, but we do.
Right. And speaking of which, just to make sure she isn't feeling left out. In your strange torpor state, Fiona, you do see the creature, and then you witness it basically reel back into the shadows of your mind, away from you, as if it's being pulled back into the sarcophagus it came out of.
Interesting.
Cool.
Is this door see-through?
The best way I can kind of describe it is like, imagine like a floppy amount of flesh just being kind of like yanked. It's just
Gross.
yeah, it's
Like a
absolutely
soft-
disgusting.
It's like
So,
a
Is this
soft
like
feed on
a-
the land.
Is this like a palisade type deal?
No,
You can see through?
it's kind of a settling in the floor. It does look like it's kind of three-dimensional, but that's just because of the black outline. It's a settling in the floor that's white stone, marble, just like the type that you'd seen before.
So you can go through it?
You can walk through it, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the
Oh.
floor still.
Well, I think Kiora would see Bing 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 Fiona over there.
No.
Fly
No,
in.
no, no. She's
Oh,
she's upstairs.
Oh, that's a different plane. Okay.
Yeah, she's in the Bizarro.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, also you wouldn't see a skull.
plane. True.
Well, no, I thought. Yeah, sorry.
Come move that.
'Cause
around.
I-
You would note that like if you walk over there, Kel, to just check what's going on, you would note that this is the main stairwell chamber. You would see
Right.
the hole in the wall that was kind of spotted out. You see the secret doors that you entered through with the scrying pool to the left, stairs down, stairs up. Pathway to the north, leads to the yelling, bat-filled skull or a demon face. And you would know that the way back around to the wine chamber is to the right.
And I guess if Malik hasn't said it already, I'd turn back and say, "Hey, this is the way back to where we started."
Hey, John.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Hezrod have an idea.
Okay.
Avran and Hezrod have an idea. We're gonna push the chariot.
Okay.
We're gonna push the chariot.
The
over
second
the,
that
threshold.
The second the chariot is touched, you see this wave of darkness kind of spread out from it.
God damn it.
And you see the bones start to kind of like dance across the floor from it seems the only thing the black wave moves are the bones. And after a very just short second of that happening, you watch as a pelvis kind of lifts up and legs fall underneath it. A rib cage lands on top of it, and a sword and shield kind of appear in ghostlight in the hands of these skeletons. And all of the cauldrons seem to have skeletons encircling them.
Can we push it real quick?
To be short, no one knelt before the faceless one, right? That never happened.
I was going to
No.
bow, but I guess I don't get to
Okay,
now.
hold on. Do you do that?
Sure.
As Avran and Hezron are like, fight mode, yeah! Someone just like drops his knee, all the bones shatter and fall to the ground, and you see the cauldrons kind of break a little bit as that happens. You'd also notice that blood starts to flow out of the broken cauldrons.
Oh, that's
The moral
great.
of the story is do the opposite that everything says on this floor, apparently.
Okay.
Man, Hezrod was just like, oh.
If we touch it again, does the same thing happen?
Nothing happens. If you want to collect the treasure, roll 3 D100s.
Ooh, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay. I guess. Okay. I see you.
Oh,
rolled
did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want?
I'm here.
Can we? Do you want to take one of the 100s from me?
I was gonna
That's
elect or nominate. Yeah, just go
Oh.
ahead and go with
It's
this.
rolled.
You already rolled them.
Okay.
Yeah.
23, 27, 79.
Cool. So it appears that you have.
Is this inside the sarcophagus?
This is on
No.
top of the sarcophagus.
Yeah, we haven't opened it yet.
Oh God, don't open it.
You see a clear glass orb.
Ooh.
Next to it, you see a small miniature boat that looks like it has kind of connecting points that allow for it to kind of be opened.
Hell yeah.
And you also see a pair of bracers that look very ornate and nice. Looks like they have insignias of hunters on them with spears and bows.
Nice.
They are made out of bronze, by the way. And then you also find treasure, bronze, gemstone, and the like, all culminating So basically, just put Montoulet treasure worth 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
It looks like it's kind of a grouping. You can split it out piecemeal.
I'm gonna put it in our
Party fund?
Hold on.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
You said it was a folding boat?
I said
It was a
boat
miniature
that looks
boat.
like it has like mechanism to kind of open it up, like it's like a container.
Bada bing. And then so Montoulet treasure worth 500 GP, the bronze hunter's bracers, the folding boat, and then
No one said anything about it folding. I just said it has things that look like it's a mechanism to
It
open.
can open.
Doesn't look like it
Like
folds. It looks like it opens.
No, sorry, I didn't mean like.
I got you.
It's not a
the
folding boat.
I didn't mean the folding boat. I meant a folding boat.
It doesn't fold. It opens.
Okay, sorry, that's
It's the opening.
I know
It's the
that
opening
now,
bolt.
but that was
boat.
how I interpreted it.
I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
anybody
yeah.
to get any crazy
Time that I
ideas.
wrote it.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Because folding boats don't come as boats; they come
Right.
as boxes.
I got you. Yes.
All right.
Moving on. So we
Transformers.
had the boat, and then we
robots in
had. You
disguise.
said it was like a clear glass orb.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I think that was everything.
sure.
So you had the bracers, the boat, and the clear glass orb, and then the Montoulet treasure.
As you're collecting the magic items, you're like, "Oh yeah, Fiona should probably. Where is she?" Not
we haven't
not
forgotten about her.
trying
We
to
were just
say
trying to
like
survive
it
the-
is really
Yeah.
it is really awkward that like you had this like, oh, let's do treasure instead of like, where the fuck is our friend?
I mean, I was moving that way.
There, I appreciate you, John.
We thought something. Hezrod's reckoning was something nasty is in that sarcophagus, so we're gonna fuck it up before it fucks us up.
Okay,
So we're gonna push it still?
you're gonna try and open it.
No. We're not gonna
Okay.
open it.
Well, I was
If
gonna
we're
tell
do
you-
anything with it. We're gonna yeet it over the
If
railing.
you're messing with that, you would note that it doesn't look like it's going to move. First off, second,
Oh.
it doesn't look like it's going to open because it looks like it's glued shut.
Fuck that glue!
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I see.
We don't want to
We
lose another
can't
tongue.
open it anyway.
We want to lose
Hezrod-
another
yeah.
tongue.
Cal, you
Hezrod
go
knows what's happening here. So
and you head over to where you last saw Fiona on the other side of that block, and you would see that she is not there.
This way.
is there any indication as to where she went, ignoring her body with the red X on it?
I think it would probably come to someone's mind, having seen that there was another version of this up above, to stealth up there to see if he can track her down.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the other shit up there either.
You make your way down to, or you make your way up and then around and down to the other side. And this is just Soma, unless you have a fly speed and are wanting to utilize
Before-
it. Go ahead.
Soma runs off.
Which way did he run?
I think he runs
Hezrod's
north.
gonna hand him a rope. 90 feet of rope.
That way.
Oh, this way.
Soma, you would know that that will not make the full circuit. So
it is a long trip. I don't think that will be quite enough.
Well, as long as we can get up to the other side where it levels off. Or is it like a...
Gura will honestly
circle?
just.
You literally
I
go
mean,
up to
I-
the top and then you circle back down. So it's, it goes up like a
And
good,
around?
it goes out and around like a good 100-foot walk and then
Oh,
back
we
down another
need-
100 foot.
We need a flying speed to get up there.
Correct.
Oh,
Or a climb speed.
Yep.
And I
I
mean
have-
a
I'll
climb
I'll try
speed.
climbing.
I said,
Yeah.
no.
An
I said
actual
a
climbing
climb
speed.
speed. If you are
Yeah.
trying to climb, there's nothing to grab onto. If you have spider
Gotcha.
hands, like Spider Soma,
Oh.
then you're good.
That makes sense.
There it
That
is.
makes sense.
So to be fair, everyone's kind of thinking about ways that they're going to do it. Soma is offered a rope, says no, it's fine, and then sneaks on up and out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You come down and around, and you see the passageway to the actual crypt, and you would see this strange kind of black liquid kind of just splashed out all over the ground. Out of character, this is where the creature that came out and assailed Fiona kind of left its residue.
I will definitely not be stepping on or in that.
Yeah, and it definitely has a smell that's present here. The best way I can kind of describe it is it is like fetid and just like very like rotten kind of smelling.
Oh,
like
House Gravesend's Bloom Wine. Got it.
yeah.
I'm making that a thing.
Let's go with that. Okay, so you head on over to the I make wine out of the cyst bloom.
Yep.
tracks. That tracks for House Gravesend.
Yeah. It is absolutely putrid. All right.
If you walk out towards the crypt and look around inside, you would see that there's no signs of Fiona. You turn back
Okay.
and go the other direction. You look around and you see in this hall what I explained to Fiona before. This room seems to be filled with this kind of dark malady. There's a malaise that's kind of present. It's not visible. It's just tangible. And you'd also see that Fiona's body is laying there on the ground. Stark white, eyes wide, laying on the ground. She does appear to be breathing.
All right.
Whenever there's a beat, can I jump in?
Yeah, you flying in there?
I would like to carry Hezrod with me.
On the broom? Yeah, you just move at a slower speed. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
pour
right behind
one
them.
of healing potions in.
He's actually like hanging onto it like this.
As you're kind of reaching for the potion and kind of looking towards Fiona and moving over in that direction, the green light coming from that tunnelway, you see it. It doesn't look like it started glowing. It looks like it's been glowing the whole time. You just notice it when you get close to Fiona.
Hezrod, don't make it weird. Sit right as they loop.
You land just about the time Soma's getting ready to administer. You're putting the potion to her mouth, and as you're doing so, you see kind of like a quick kind of shadow in the green light above you. Do you, after giving her the potion, do anything else?
Drag her and move her out of here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh god, I'm not very good at that.
And Fiona, as you come to, you definitely have this massive headache that's kind of present in your head. And you can see that you're retained back to consciousness. You know that the space that you were in before was some strange torpor between life and death. Very good on the strength check. Soma, you rush around. You just get a glimpse of this skull floating out. You don't see it turn or anything, but it just kind of comes out of that tunnelway. As you're kind of getting there, you see Malika and Hezrod on the broom kind of slowly moving towards you.
The second she's regained consciousness, she doesn't really have the strength to speak yet, but in your head, Soma, you immediately hear, "It's dangerous, run." And that's it.
Time to go.
With that strength check, I would say that you would have probably had the ability to lift Fiona up onto your shoulder for a fireman's carry, because you are carrying another person, and I know your strength isn't massive. You're moving at half speed, but Soma says it's time to go quietly and starts moving in the direction of the wheel, right?
Correct.
Okay. Malika, are you turning course, or are you waiting to see what he's talking about?
No, I want to see what he's talking about.
Okay.
Hezrod does it. Hezrod's like, he's like, Malika, Malika, we need to go.
You brush past the broom, and Malika kind of stares patiently. You see a skull kind of float into view, and then turn its direction straight
Hezrod closes his eyes
to look at you two. The second it does, and looks at Malika, it says, "Service.
Oh boy.
You will serve us. You will purify the baby." To Malika,
Oh boy.
it seems.
Oh no.
Soma, you kind of make it to the wheel. Do you keep going, or do you pay attention to what's happening behind you?
I would probably keep going.
Okay.
I'm not one for confrontation.
You kind of do this, you kind of get like start moving up the wheel, and after doing so and like thinking about it, you're just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? And you kind of like start shifting Fiona on your shoulders so that you can kind of like reach over her and kind of like lock her in the head, but still do like a backwards climb up the thing. Like doing
Get
your
her to
best.
safety and then come back to figure out what the other two are doing.
You're like doing your best to kind of figure out how to carry a person while trying to be like quadruped. But you manage, and you start making your way up. Hezrod, you are closing your eyes. You hear what it says, and it just looms there for what feels like infinity to you, Malika. It doesn't do anything
I hear
else.
the others leaving?
Oh, yeah. You hear Soma getting beat feet and shifting Fiona on the shoulders and dipping, yeah.
Wait, John,
He drops off the broom and starts crawling on his hands and knees in the direction that everybody's running
Okay,
with his eyes closed.
You cannot go up the wheel, though.
Oh, he went up the wheel. Oh, we're on the.
Hold on.
John-
Let me explain. So it doesn't sound like anybody is really getting the vibe.
No,
Let me
sorry.
explain. This
I
is the dungeon
understand
that
now.
you're in. This is the
Right.
dungeon that you want to be
It's
in.
like once you go
They're
all
the
the way around
same.
the wheel.
Correct.
Shit. Shit. Yeah,
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead, Jijo.
John, can you repeat the message of the skull?
It had something. Again, if you didn't hear it verbatim, it's not repeating itself.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to watch the VOD back, that's fine. I guess it's technically cool.
John, sassy.
But
Okay.
it definitely said
Can-
what it said.
Can I tell Jizo the player?
If you
Okay.
want to, yeah. Add a
So,
character box, fine.
It said service. You will serve and I forgot the word that I used, but basically sustain or revitalize the baby.
Purify.
Purify
Yeah,
the-
purify.
You're gonna purify the baby.
The
Is there-
baby.
Is it
The
so?
baby.
And there's no like.
I
There's
want
no
to
like.
see the baby.
There's
I
no
want to see the
roll,
baby.
right? There's no roll. There's no. It's
I
not a
know,
spell.
I'm not
Seems
murdering
like
you
it's
or
talking
anything.
to you.
Yeah, no, Skullface is literally just
Or
talking to
like,
you.
there's no spell looking to.
He wants you to be in service.
control
No,
me.
there's no murder happening here. Yeah, no craziness, no spells, no rules, nothing.
It's
That's
just
what I'm
telling
saying.
you to service the baby.
Malika, get us out of here! Please!
The baby. Which baby? What do you mean?
Please!
Malika. You want
Fiona just like verbally chokes out, "Stir in," and then she points to the casket.
Oh,
As-
you're already being absconded with. Sorry,
Musoma already Spider-Man us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, full on
okay.
Sonic ran us out of there.
Sorry.
Perfect.
If he had said he'd
That's
stopped
okay.
at the thing, that would have been fine. But yeah, he definitely took you away. But yeah, Malika, you do what?
What baby? What do you mean?
It kind of like turns its head, and like the light and weird kind of malaise of the room it's in kind of shimmer across its teeth. There's almost kind of like a sound, that kind of like crystalline sound that kind of flows with it. It's like a tinkling kind of sound as it turns, and then it just floats out of view, outside of your view in the same hallway. It just kind of flies up, looks down the hallway, and then flies south.
Oh, it's over there. Oh,
Yeah. The
Oh,
room that you're
okay.
looking into seems to be filled with this kind of malaise, this strange kind of dark energy. You can't really see it, but it's definitely like tangible. The best way to describe it.
Let's go, Hezrod. She'll pick him up and go back the way we came.
All float back to the same point that you started in, with a couple of new options to deal with.
Once
Oh,
they're
yeah.
back together, Hezrod goes over and looks at Fiona, and he like kind of pokes her in the cheek, and he says, "Is she dead?"
Not quite.
She probably winces at being poked in the cheek, I'm assuming.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, sorry, did you specify how much healing I got? Was it 1 point?
I gave you a potion of healing, but I didn't roll for
2d4
it. So.
plus 2, so
Is the
Okay.
wine room still closed?
yeah, blocked off.
Okay.
Well, this ranger's got plenty of level 1 spell slots.
Oh, when I take the healing potion, do I get to add my proficiency bonus to it as per my perfume thing?
Yeah, that's still active, yeah.
Cuckoo.
You'd also get the extra +2 from the healing potion.
Does Kel heal Avran while they're out there?
Do you need me to?
Yeah.
She immediately
It's still bloodied?
turns to the others and like,
Oh, are you really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
yeah.
anyone else? Yeah, she kind of like reaches out her hand. If anyone else has gone upstairs. Oh wait, why am I doing Irish? No, I'm just gonna do English until I remember what her accent is. Everyone else that's gone upstairs, please warn them. There's a horrible creature in the casket, and the skull is also bad. Both are bad.
The
There's a
room,
bad skeleton.
What
up
do you
there.
mean the skull is bad?
The-
All it had to say was something about the baby, purifying the baby.
She points to her hand, which is like covered in necrotic damage. Like you could see the bone of her fingers as she starts casting cure wounds on herself. All I know is each of them hit me once, and that was it.
Fiona, how how can you know that it's their, I don't know, their brutality? Maybe we just didn't know the right ritual, the proper rite. When I engaged with the skull, all that happened is it gave me a prophecy or a message.
It spoke to you. For me, all it said was a warning you woke the baby, which referred to the horrible creature inside the casket. And both of them just outright tried to kill me, so I don't quite know why it viewed you differently.
A mystery.
She just nods her head. Indeed. But on that note, is anyone up there still? And she kind of looks around, like scanning for everyone.
Everyone's here.
Okay, perfect. I don't know what you want to do. Did you find any other exits on your end? I did notice, though, Hezrod, I
Sure.
saw you when I was up there. You were fighting some sort of creature, and it was the mirror dimension of some sort. I don't know, that creature as well that I referred to in the casket, it was blocked by that visible barrier that seemed to be reminiscent of the actual rock down here.
We fought a bunch of wine ladies.
What?
Wine ladies, big
You were
big
there.
women
I saw no wine, woman.
made of wine.
Avron,
What?
you sure you were there?
I didn't
It-
see anything.
What did you
It
think I
was-
was shooting at?
He didn't. He got hit by them, but he didn't see them.
Oh, I
I
know.
thought-
I'm just saying
I
in
thought you
character.
were
being-
shooting
Sorry.
I thought you were shooting the stoneheads.
No, we were shooting wine ladies.
What the hell?
We did both.
Oh,
Kel kind of chuckle.
Fiona,
It's just like Jesus.
we found a bunch of shit. Specifically this wine bottle.
Hey, I know
It
you
has
just
sunlight
about
in it.
died, but can you just identify all this stuff right now?
Oh, Fiona, you're alive. Tell us
If
what
you don't
are.
mind, ma'am. Do you
No!
mind taking a look at these?
how Wikipedia feels.
I only
If it makes you feel any
asked-
better, I paid for that because that hurt to laugh. But
I only asked because the dead abhor sunlight, yes?
Oh.
She
I
just
think
kind
this
of
is more moon.
thinks about that for a minute. I don't quite know what you're referring to, but inside the casket when I opened it was a very deep darkness. Very dark. I suppose that could be what that rhyme was referring to. Into the darkness you must descend. They might want us to actually go into the casket, which would be very upsetting. I hope not. I really hope not.
Well,
But
no,
anywho,
I
there was
just
something
wanted-
in there that looked awful, and it felt like a god of some sort. I just managed to sort of shake it off, but its creature followed me.
What do you mean,
You're
there's a
saying
god up there?
What do gods feel like?
Oh, sheesh.
You would know that, Hezrod. You've dealt with one before.
Yeah,
A Guyon.
Is the
Well, I mean,
god
Fiona
yes.
actually looks over at Malika. What do you think they feel like, Malika?
oh.
Painful. Mostly.
Ooh.
You are a holy woman, are you not?
Did this one also have tons of hands?
a holy woman?
She's currently not full of holes.
No, I'm. In the past, I may have told you I'm merely a midwife, but today I might tell you that I'm a midwife with some special inspirations. I don't believe that I've ever known a god, but that skull that appeared.
Malika,
Do
we've
you
met a god.
believe, Fiona? Oh my dear Avran, our patron is very powerful.
Your patron, but
and wise, and powerful and beloved, but he would never, never claim to be a god.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
my dear Avran, you're so silly. No, Fiona, I'm saying that skull, was that a messenger of the god that you met? An emanation of that god, or was it the god itself?
Well, and she pulls out the skull that they found. It was this, but actually alive, and it's sort of bore through me. I tried to resist, but I just got overwashed with necrotic energy, so clearly it's capable of channeling some sort of godly power. But that is not what I felt. When I looked into the casket, it felt as though I was sort of staring into, well, a being of infinite. I'll leave it at that.
evil.
Can I make a religious check now that religion check now that we're talking about some kind of deity?
Yeah, if you like rolling ones, sure, go ahead.
Okay, everyone
Word.
pray to
To
your
Duron.
darkest.
Got him.
Everyone pray to the Lord of Corruption.
You're a
Octavius,
Barnard is trash.
answer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who
No.
said trash?
So,
Chad, I will come for you. Okay, it's a 14.
Malika, I don't know how.
does Fiona describe the creature that she saw?
Yeah, she does.
Okay. No Hezrod, but Avran, you can make a religion check as well.
Ooh, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, 19.
The two of you are successful. This is a pretty easy one because it's a story most people have been told. Because the story of the Grey Order is a common one, even amongst the most common of folk.
Okay.
In their time, during the revival of the Warring Triumvirate, their descent into the world, and their stripping of rights and titles from the powers that be, many of their children from before the world was formed, their unceremonious children, were allowed access to the world again. The Great Order stopped these abominations, these 9 bastards, from moving through the world and taking it over with their godly-like power. These creatures were all different formations of one god's desire to have control over the formation of godhood over the others, which is why they were not perfect and did not fall into the order that you now live in. One of the abominations was known as Alustrat. Alustrat is a creature that, due to the warring nature of its 3 parents, died during birth. A stillborn god. Some call it an atropal. Alustrat is death before death was written into the code of order, before the law of death was transcribed over all mortal beings and herbs. It is death before death. It is death eternal. And it appears that you have layered yourself into a chamber that appears to be holding it. For Hezron, Avran, and Fiona, that's not the first time you have fucked up and ended up dealing with an abomination. This one will be harder to run from.
You shut up. The first one was an accident.
No, yeah, absolutely. Stupid idiot, should have never grabbed the sword. Everyone told him don't grab the sword, and he did it.
I have just one question, everyone. It's oh god. Do you think we can kill death?
If you use
Why?
magic,
Why bother?
Yeah, like I said,
Well-
both of them took me out with 2 shots. I don't know how much I can stress that. I don't know how strong the rest of you are, but I don't think we can last long.
Yeah, Hezrod is still very much full of more wine than he intended.
No, I bet we're all sporting a buzz right now.
One
Except
more
for maybe
note.
Malika.
One more note. Malika, as a midwife, this is for you and on you alone. When a mother does not make it to term, and a child inside is unfortunately met with a fetal demise, midwives, in their process for basically clearing the womb of what can possibly be an infectant, is known as purifying the womb in Osirian lore. Probably not in actual medical canon, because it's very religious sounding.
Wait, where did I?
So we do have to kill it.
Wait, Jonah.
I don't know. That's what I'm getting.
According to my understanding as a midwife, as you know, that's my only true calling. Purification of the babe. That's what we term it when vacating the birth canal must occur. Vacating the womb.
I see.
You understand, Avran, what must be done.
Yes. We must vacate the womb.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need something, or did something happen while I was not present? Because this is a very dark conversation I am overhearing.
The babe must die, Fiona.
What?
The babe must die, Fiona. That is the ultimate understanding of the lore.
Oh.
The babe must die.
So if that babe is killed, you assume we will be able to leave?
Maybe.
Well, I can tell you right now, we should probably rest first before trying anything against it. It's quite daunting, to say the least.
It can't come down. Up? Down? Here?
No, the babe, if we are calling it that, seemed to be blocked by the block that you had triggered in that trap.
Sorry, Josie, what babe?
Sorry, I keep calling the babe like the creature that came out of the coffin.
So
The
called
baby.
The babe with power.
The baby.
What power?
The power of what? Power of hoodoo.
Power
Hoodoo.
of hoodoo.
You do.
Doo-doo?
Power of the babe.
Labyrinth.
That was what I was going for. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a dumb joke. I apologize, Josie. You made
That was a joke. Okay.
I got it immediately.
the movie Labyrinth.
Wait.
There's a song about
so
a
was that-
babe. They call it the babe. Babe with power. What
Oh.
power?
Power of what?
What?
Never
Wait,
mind.
are we-
that went over my head. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
The
Well, she will mention the fact that
hands-
triggering the trap down here, like that blockade, that it seems to stop it. It doesn't seem to be able to move past it, but she'll mention that it was casting spells on her while she was outside of the room.
Are we resting here? In this labyrinth?
Unless there's some way out, perhaps the drain we were discussing earlier perhaps could be a way out, but other than that, it seems as though Malika's purification might do the trick.
Malika, was it?
I say we leave and never come back.
Hezrod, I know you're afraid. It's okay to be afraid, my dear.
I'm not
But-
afraid. I am angry.
Your anger is the perfect the perfect potion for this endeavor. Let the fire fill you so that we may purify.
I could
That
be
room
hungry
we
too.
barely escaped with our lives has ruined one of my favorite pastimes. Drinking
Together,
copious amounts of spirits will never be the same.
Fiona kind of like gently reaches out to Hezrod and like tries to console him a little bit. I understand. I think I did die, sort of. I was in between. I can talk about that later. But long story short, I agree that we should leave. It's just that I don't think we can yet, unless I'm wrong and someone's found a way out. Otherwise, it seems as though this purification may reveal some sort of exit.
We haven't
Malka?
found anything yet.
Malka will grasp her hand. Yes. I have also known the bitter sting of death.
We all have.
We all have. No, my dear Avran, you have known it as well.
Death and I, we have a special relationship.
And that is why today we must purify, as has been foretold.
You wish to do it now or after a rest?
If we must rest, then we must rest. We can only proceed as far as our own powers will allow. I will rest.
On that note, this place is quite dangerous, as we've all first-hand experienced. Does anyone have an idea of where may be the least overtly threatening to rest? Any sort of place we've spotted? Any sort of... Maybe that place where the dwarf was? That chamber, maybe?
That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
the...
The
To be
office.
fair,
Oh, yeah, and the office is a good one.
Mhm.
to
Oh,
be
yes.
fair,
Like that Jor's office, right? Yeah.
Maybe where we killed them, Draugr.
But sorry, yes. Right? But yeah, sorry, Malika?
I think that most of the danger that we have encountered here has been sought out by our actions. I believe as long as we keep our hands to ourselves in a quiet place, we should be all right.
I believe we're even fine here. If that
She
thing
kind of-
can't get down here.
She nods but then kind of cringes. I'm not sure I trust the magic of this place. It's very unpredictable. Perhaps that study would be more comfortable anyway. It seemed as though there was a chair or something, and unless the rest of you are fine in the goop and dirt and
The
bone.
office makes sense because there's only one way to get into it, which makes it easier to keep watch and keep guard in case something does find us. Whereas here, it could come from behind, above, all over the place.
Where you want
Yes.
to camp out in one of the rooms of the
Definitely.
sarcophagi?
No,
No,
we're
the dwarf's
going-
office.
The office.
Yeah,
I
the dwarves'
agree
office.
I agree with that.
The one with the golden mask.
Yeah.
You
but
can move
also,
him
if-
out of there.
If something stupid powerful shows up, then it is standing between us and any possible.
Do you want me to just move you there?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, Hezrod needs a nap, like a really like
We all need
8-hour
a
Yeah.
singular nap.
Why'd you move that
8
snake
hour
under
nap.
everybody?
Because fuck you, that's why.
There, it's gone. It's gone. Forget he existed.
And John, I'm not sure if you saw while all that was going on. I picked up the goat-headed staff from the corpse that was in this loop that you mentioned last week.
Yeah, good call.
Sean, DM, for items that reset at dawn, do you want us to just say it doesn't reset until we leave, or?
No, dawn's still a thing that happens.
Oh, okay. Would you
Mm.
let us know when it happens?
Yeah, absolutely. You're definitely
Here.
going to know.
Let
Thank
me touch my not quite Apple Watch. What time is it right now, John?
It is currently late, actually. It's somewhere in the 10-ish time frame. You've been wandering a bit.
How many charges does that staff still have?
It
Can
still
we
has a
reset
few if you want to try to restoration.
Yeah, that'd be great if you.
Yeah, let me just double check how many I have so it doesn't risk the like exploding into 1,000
Yeah.
pieces.
The
Do,
the seeing pool is over here, yes?
no, we're good. I can
Yeah,
I can
it is. It's on the other side.
Yeah, once we get in the room and we're all like settled in, she'll take out the staff and she'll expend, let's see, is it 3 or is it 4 charges?
I believe it's 3.
3.
Have
Oh no, I
you
think
want
it's,
to move that stuff out of here?
I think it's
Yeah, I'm
2 because
actually
it's on the
gonna-
spell
Yes.
level, right?
Yes.
Kel's gonna start moving the corpses out.
Yes, we will move.
Throwing them down the stairwell. Literally just throw them over the side.
Does the door open in or out?
It opens in.
Cool.
Cool.
Do we have any steel pitons?
I have
Yeah.
some, yes.
Soma has
Yeah.
like 42.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
handed me a bunch. How many do you want?
Yeah, we can just nail them all around the door. If we got that many, fuck them. Like,
We have
Fucking-
40 fucking two.
we'll nail up that whole door, and then we'll put the desk in front of it.
Okay. So you seal the door as best you can, and then you bed down for sleep.
It's just steel pitons.
And
like,
Hezrod
all
gets
around
hit
the-
with lesser restoration.
Cool.
Yes.
Back to
It turns back into like buff Hezrod.
well, still buff. I mean,
He was always
You
buff.
see him get more
No,
buff.
it was like it was like buff to like bulky.
right.
John, I'm not sure what the rules are for camping in
Husky to
5e, but
bulky.
I'll try to stay up on a watch as much as I can because
Sure.
I'm in fairly good shape.
Yeah. If you're
Kiara will stay up with them too.
keeping an eye out and kind of switching watches, that's fine. Nothing happens throughout the course of your rest. You manage to take a long rest as full. So regain all of your hit points and spell slots. If you're regaining hit dice, do not regain all of your hit dice. Regain a number of hit dice equal to half your level,
Yes,
rounded down.
2. No.
Cool.
How many do I get? What level are we?
Higher than 4.
Sure.
I would feel really bad throwing a triple at. I mean,
No, I have all my hit dice, so I'm cool. I got them. Oh yes, all my
Your aid
stupid
wears
screen.
off, so you go back to your normal mode.
That's fine.
when you wake and start kind of preparing and getting ready and doing your studying, preparing and getting ready in the morning, but you know it's morning because you have the clock. At what would be about dawn, something very peculiar happens. All of the knocked over pages, anything that was distorted in this room shifts away and then appears right back where it was before you came into this place.
Okay.
Oh god.
Does that include the dwarf?
It's
Nope.
a time
Does that,
warp.
does that include the tables? Like they just
So
fly off the
Soma, Malika, Hezrod, and Fiona can all make a perception check.
Cool,
Oh, no.
cool.
Hezrod wakes up when like the desk that he was sleeping on flips out from underneath him.
Yeah, you all see it as it happens, Malika and Soma so far. Go ahead, Hezrod and
Hold on
Fiona.
a second. Yeah. Perception, you said?
Fiona's
We
good.
like it.
Yeah.
Very
You all
good.
notice it as it happens. You watch as the place that you're laying in becomes transparent and then starts to fade away, like the world's just disappearing. And then this strange momentum seems to shift all the world around you again, almost as if it was done in a clockwise wheel-like motion. Soma, you very much
we're in
understand that the dungeon that you were just in with the weird thing seems to have shifted into place, replacing the dungeon that you were in.
I would
So we're-
suggest that we be very careful on the other side of this door since
Oh my god.
we are.
We
in
had the
the-
mask, right?
Yes, but the mask didn't do a whole lot for
They
Fiona.
work on level 1.
Yeah. We are in the legally distinct from the upside down.
Right.
Great.
Oh, right.
The
Oh,
not
we
right
are.
side up.
Oh shit.
So be prepared to fight that horrifying night again,
Yeah,
Here's
basically.
a question. I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a level 2 mask?
No, there's no mask mentioned in the riddle of the level 2.
You know what, John? Fuck your riddles.
Okay. It's not me. But Soma, just to keep things 100, if you do a quick kind of stealth mode, perfectly fine. The things you'll realize is the dwarfs that are inside of the workshop room are doing their thing. The door has to be open to view them, but they're doing their thing. The scrying pool, the doors are closed, but you open up the doors and see inside, and there's a scrying pool. The bits of armor that were cast aside when the Tome Guardian was defeated, still laying on the ground. There aren't as many scuff marks on the walls or anything, as it did fight you in there and send swords flying across the stone and everything. Those scuff marks are all gone. But the dropped off nature of the Tome Guardian still laying on the ground. You see the crawling claws and the dead dwarf with its face pulled off, lying in the stairwell where they were unceremoniously discarded. And as you make your way into the main chamber, with the stairs. The green light's not glowing where the weird skeleton head came out of. Everything is actively the same as it was the day before. It's just everything is freshly perfect. Any scuff marks, anything that you did to it, totally gone.
It's not like the sensation of death and torpor in the large chamber like there was before.
Not here.
Oh, so all those tiles that you meticulously detrapped are trapped again.
You bet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
If you want
Everyone
to,
step on the ground.
do you want to go check and see if the wine door is closed?
If Hezrod,
It's not.
oh shit.
And there's a
I'm
light
gonna-
glowing.
The block is gone.
The block is gone. The wine room's open.
Oh shit.
Great. That's great.
Oh, we ain't doing that again.
All the
I
traps are
wonder if
set.
the other
No man,
side-
this is how we farm up levels so we can take on
What?
the baby,
Yeah.
right? We just
Doing the same trap.
Wine room 2, electric boogaloo.
fucking great.
Can Avra,
Get your rapid drinkers ready.
We're all
Oh, if
up.
anyone wants anything identified, now's the time before we,
Yeah.
go into the scary world. So
So
We
if
give you
we're,
everything.
if we're identifying the items that you acquired, the clear glass orb is a drift globe, which is a magic item you should be able to find in the compendium.
Hunter's bracelet.
The bracers are bracers of archery,
Nice.
Nice.
cool.
and the foldy boat thing is not
Foldy
magical, but inside of it, there is a ring.
Oh.
Lord of the Rings is gonna look at that again and see if she can identify or see any kind of interesting relics or markings on it.
The ring in question appears to be a very ornate silver band with blue gemstones kind of settled inside of it. The ornateness of the silver band has wave-like patterning on it. Identifying it determines that it is a ring of water walking.
Water walking, cool. She'll tell people that and kind of look over. Does anyone
Can
want to
I-
walk on water?
Can I take that?
Sure. She'll
I hate
hold it
water.
over.
Hezrod
you.
thinks the idea of walking on water is ridiculous.
Now,
two of us can fly, one of us can climb on walls, two of them can swim. I think Avran probably makes the most sense there because
Yeah,
right.
probably.
that's right.
along
There-
with Mears, his other natural enemy is water right now.
There was a story of someone from Nazareth. He was able to walk on water, and
Did you
Hmm.
say Nazareth?
Who's,
yeah.
whom's that?
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down.
Believe it
you
was.
said them bracers there made you more keen in your shooting.
Nazareth.
She'll kind of toss him over to Cal, assuming that he's the only one she sees with arrows.
Or bullets.
Oh,
Or bullets.
Good way.
okay, cool. Nazareth is something from Destiny 2.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Pretty close,
Nazareth.
but Nazareth is not, and it doesn't seem
No,
Google tracks
yeah.
anything on it, so that's totally legit and happening. That's going to be a town
Sweet.
in Osiris. That's just happening.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're welcome.
I don't know if
Permanently
that's
creating
something we
more.
want to introduce.
Okay, so that said, if you want to investigate any of the other chambers, you certainly can.
Yes.
Okay.
The
The wall
See.
with the writing is present there again.
okay.
Do you touch it?
Yes, I want to see my children.
Okay.
He's talking about the scrying pool, John.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh.
the scrying pool. My
Cool,
bad.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Children.
which child do you want to view?
Which one?
Ooh, which one's your favorite?
I mean, he doesn't have a favorite. It's just one of them was doing something.
Gotta pick a favorite.
Pick your favorite.
They're both
Everyone's
doing
choice.
stuff. They're both doing stuff, but I don't know.
No, you gotta pick.
You gotta pick your favorite.
I don't have a favorite.
The kids will
Oh.
always know which one you
You
picked.
gotta pick one. You better hope Fiona and Malika never meet your children because we will definitely tell them who the favorite was.
Yeah, buttholes. Okay. We're gonna go with Sophia.
Okay. No signal.
What?
Which would allude to you that she's either not on this plane or is deceased.
Oh. Oh, okay.
He's gonna punch.
I
the
say,
bull.
damn. That's something.
So wait,
Keep
what
in
did
mind-
you do? Oh, you're trying to scry.
Keep in mind she was born prior to 60 years ago.
True, but she might have been an old lady now.
Oh, so she old. Oh, okay.
Not as old as Melody was, who was like in her
Yeah.
hundreds.
So,
Ooh.
Still old though.
Hezrod's gonna move through the workshop, and he's just gonna start snatching up any unattended pieces of ore.
Cool.
I guess Kel kind of look at Avran and be like, you can see family with this.
You're not picking up any of the items that they're working on or that are close to their workspace, just the stuff that's not near them, right?
Yeah, just like the stuff that they're not paying attention to.
Ooh, Fiona will actually look over at Hezrod and kind of like, gesture for him to get closer. And then she'll kind of whisper, I want you to try to get as good of a look as you can as to what they are doing. Just stare at them for a few minutes, please.
We covered this last time. The memory shard will only last 8 hours. It's not something that he's going to be able to keep on log.
Right. But as long as I have the memory in my head.
However, what you can do is just take notes. You can write it
Yeah,
down.
I was
That's
gonna
fine.
say, because we also have no idea like what is happening. So I'm thinking about like the order of it.
Yeah,
of
you
it seems to be.
You just write a
Don't
detailed
assign-
notation as to what's happening, and then kind of do some drawings of it, and hopefully a smith might be able to determine what you're talking about. And then
Cool.
Hezrod, you're able to pick up about 1 pound of orichalcum. Again, these are small bits that they're utilizing. There's nothing
Yeah, it's
massive
totally
here.
fine. That
A
means
lot,
they're
though.
portable, which is why Hezrod was snatching them up.
Yeah, a pound of orichalcum probably sells for about 50,000. Like if you sell it to the right parties.
Damn. That's a lot of money.
He just knows that it's indestructible, and so he's gonna take some with him with the intention of possibly bartering with it or experimenting on it to see if it can be destroyed.
Yeah, with the notes and stuff, for sure. Okay, cool. Do you check out any other rooms, or are you going back upstairs at all? Or are you going to check out any of the other rooms?
Is to meander back to where that grate was with the running water.
Okay, so you're going back upstairs.
Yes. Hezrod's kind of going on ahead to make sure the coast is clear, but he kind of motions everybody to follow him.
Oh, we-
He's like, we're getting the fuck out of here. I don't know about you guys, but Hezrod's like, no. Like, messing with gods was a bad idea last time. It didn't end well.
Okay,
No, we're going to
you
win this
ascend
one.
upwards if you want to. You can head south back into the chamber where the dead whites are laying. The door is closed, so you have to
Are
open
the
it.
whites dead?
The whites appear to be dead.
Good.
They
Yeah, we
also
took all
appear
their
to.
weapons.
Their dead bodies on the ground do appear to be wearing masks.
Oh, interesting. Did our masks disappear?
No.
we still have them, but they don't work on level 2.
Are they the
Masks
same
level
masks?
2.
They're the exact same mask,
yeah.
identical.
But what if wearing 2 masks will work on level 2?
I mean, if you want to put in as many masks as you want, man, live your,
Hezrod doesn't care. That was Chad. the
live
Black.
your truth.
But
There's a
he's
level
also
1 mask
aware-
and a level.
There's no
he's
level
aware
2
that,
mask. Again, the mask was mentioned in the riddle of level 1, so it was not mentioned. There were no masks mentioned in level 2. Everything that was
Right.
mentioned as level 2 was things you ignored, and you reaped those consequences.
Yep, that's what happens.
Yep. But if you want to open up the door and then move to the throne that's on the opposite side of the door that you opened on the south side, and then move past that, you can definitely go to investigate the weird sludgy water.
He kind of motions to Soma, and he's like,
Oh,
Come with
sorry,
me,
Malachi, do you come up that way?
"Could be traps."
You're muted if you're talking, sorry.
Right here.
If you go around that corner, I mean, you definitely see that the statue is exactly the way it was before you solve the riddle of the statue. So if you peek out, I need you to tell me that you do, because
I mean,
Right.
I'm here in this
Okay.
this square.
cool. I saw you peek out, so I'm just making sure. You definitely see that the trap is reset, is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
All right.
The trap is reset.
Okay, cool. All right, you head to the sludgy water. Delicious sludgy water.
Hey, that sounds like something Avran can use his new toy on.
True.
So something you're noticing about the sludgy water is the water seems to be moving in a very strange way. It is very hard for me to describe exactly what you're seeing, but I'm going to do my best. Imagine you're watching water flow backwards. Now, obviously, you're thinking, oh, it's just going the other direction. No. I mean that the water seems to be flowing in one direction. However, it's doing so in reverse. Like someone is backtracking the footage.
Awesome.
So it looks like it is flowing this way, like it was before, but it's being rewound going that way.
Interesting. Do you need me to check down there?
I believe in you.
Oh, it smells in here. I know you did catch that. It does seem like the substance on the ground there is it's growth. It definitely
It's
has
like 2/3 of a bloom wine.
it has more of like a gassy smell. You definitely have a vibe that like if you were to come in here with a torch would be a problem.
Okay.
So the light probably
Alright.
shifts to the light spell at this point.
Avred is going to go in there, in that suey water.
Okay.
That gray water.
When you get in there, do you want to head west or east?
We're going to go east.
Okay. You would see that the water goes up north and appears to go under a small little like bridge-like structure. And from the looks of it, you can see that there's kind of a light peering down from above inside of that little space that isn't caught by the same kind of glow of the whole terrain. And you're pretty sure that's where the grating is. So you'd be going under the grate if you continue north.
Okay. Alright, so that is the grate, and then we will go this way.
Okay.
He will pass by and say, that way is towards the grate, and then he will continue going this way.
Malika, as you watch Avrin kind of walking through the water, another peculiar circumstance of this strange natured water. As he plops his foot into the water, you can see the water kind of cascading outwards from where the foot contacts water as you'd expect. However, it's in reverse, so it's really weird. It's like...
Also, my foot doesn't go in the water, it stays above it.
Yeah, even as it hits the water and kind of splashes out, it's just like, instead of splashing out, it's actually reverting back in.
Magic. Fuckery. Okay.
You see a treasure chest that seems to be floating on the water, and you see the waterfall that seems to go up into a hole that's just big enough to fill maybe one very small person, kind of flowing out this waterfall. This doesn't appear to be the direction that the water should be going. Versus what I was... Okay, let me try and explain again. The water outside of the temple on the dragon shrine is flowing away from the dragon shrine. This appears to be flowing into the temple that you're in.
In reverse.
Right. Well, okay, if it wasn't going in reverse, if it was normal, it would be flowing towards you. But now it appears to be flowing upwards. Or maybe it's always been flowing upwards. In fact, this is the first time you've really looked at the water more than a couple of seconds.
Truly.
It's
does
strange.
it seem deep?
No. Maybe like calf deep.
I see. Okay, we will avoid touching this chest. And we will... Is there a hole
I see that.
that goes upwards, or...
Hold on, you're
Can we-
muted.
What?
Okay. Is there a hole? Like I said, there's a narrow hole. It looks like it would fit a small creature.
Oh, a small creature. I see.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's filled with water, and it seems to be flowing
I see.
away from you.
Okay, we will go back.
Okay.
And I will tell everyone that there is a hole in a waterfall that is flowing, but not flowing correctly. With a small hole in it for a small creature.
Soma will turn and look towards Kel and Kiora.
There's also a treasure chest in the middle of the water. Might be trapped. Most likely trapped.
Whatever would
What's
give you
up?
that idea.
What's happening?
We need Kiora to go through a watery hole.
I guess you can. I'll I guess I'll move up
Wait,
some more.
do we need that though? Is this how we leave, or is this just another potential trap, and our dear friend Snake will die again?
We don't know just yet. That's why we want Kiora to check the hole.
Yeah, he's fine. He always figures it out.
If you send the snake
And-
up into the water and it floats around for a little while, it'll come back. It doesn't really say anything to you, but it's basically expressing that this is not a way out.
Nope, not a way out.
I see.
All right. Good thinking, though.
I'd like to fly over the water on my broom.
Obviously not touching it, that's smart.
Whee!
What's wrong with the water?
It's
Does anybody-
sewer water.
Want to go and mess with the chest?
I guess I will go try to investigate it.
It
I will
doesn't,
go with Soma
Oh,
it
to the
doesn't
chest.
appear to have very good. It does appear to have a very ornate lock on it, and it does look like, just very quickly looking at it, that the lock does appear to be trapped as well. The trap appears to be a very strange mechanism of like a slashing kind of grip vice that might catch you if you're trying to unlock it and you trigger the trap. You're pretty sure that the trap and the lock are the same mechanism, so disarming the trap is opening the lock.
How
Magic.
complicated does it look?
Pretty tough. It's definitely not going to be like an easy, walk in the park. It's a toughie. You're definitely going to do. If you're going to go for it, you're going to want to, prep up. Get all the guidance that you can. If anybody has that as an option for you, do all the best that you can to kind of like muster that up.
I do not have.
Is he trying to pick the lock?
What it sounds
I'm
like.
deciding.
Wait, if you want to pick a lock,
Yeah.
let me help you.
Do you have thieves' tools trained?
We can both.
Oh,
Child, it ain't nothing to do with thieves' tools.
guidance.
Guidance. Can we double
And
guide?
Just the one.
Hey,
Darn.
Soma, let the power of the Lord of Corruption just emanate through you.
What?
The Lord of Corruption.
What?
Not sure I all into that, but I'm not picky.
Hey, if you don't
I was like,
want the guidance, you don't
I'm
have to
not
take it.
really sure if I can speak with the same sort of eloquence as Malika, but do your best.
She gives you a bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Do your best. Your bargain.
Do your best. Ha-ha!
Did we?
Got this. We love you, sweetie.
it's like
No.
she's saying that. She's saying that she's just like remembering like all the events of yesterday and the fact that everything just reset today. And she's just like,
And I really enjoyed these hands. I'm gonna miss them.
all right,
Did we identify the bottle, by the way?
Oh.
no, nobody identified the bottle. The bottle's not magical.
Oh, okay.
Contents are.
The content.
Can't
Fair enough.
identify the contents without opening the bottle.
Oh, that's great.
Thieves' tools. You have plus 1d4 and a plus 1d6 if you need it. You don't have to spend the 1d6. And a thieves' tools check with dexterity.
Moves back around the corner.
Kel's gonna point the gun at the chest just in case.
If you fuck it up and turn it into a mimic, I'm shooting.
Octavius is.
I'm just shooting if anything comes out of it.
Absolutely.
Everyone's ready with the sword. Of
I love
sharpness.
the amount of fear I've indentured in you all. That's great.
So
Containers are bad.
Do
That's
I
all
have-
I've learned.
expertise in that genre, or just proficiency? I don't.
So I believe that would be set on your character sheet. So I don't know.
I don't
for
think we
certain.
said expertise on any of them, and I'm not trying to DJ you.
I get you. Hold on a second.
Did you,
If you want
take
some silly mimic shenanigans, I will hook you up.
did you take expertise with?
We're checking.
Thieves'
We're
tools?
checking. We're checking.
Oh,
We're checking.
okay. Sorry.
I don't think he set. Okay, so it looks like you have expertise in deception, perception, persuasion, and stealth.
Yeah, I have skills. I wasn't sure if it was in
It's
tools
just 4.
either.
It's 4 skills and or
okay.
tools.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Dexterity, by the way.
Dun, 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 dun.
D4.
Hey. And a D6 if you need it. Ooh.
And a D6.
Roll it.
If you want to roll a D6. Okay.
I get to beat a 20.
Perfection. So you manage to kind of click it and pick it. The second you do, it pops open. Inside, you see the following items. A tankard that appears to be of dwarvish make. On the facade of it, there is a face of a dwarf that appears to be very sad. There are 300 gold pieces. They appear to be settled around an open lead container. The lead container looks like it would perfectly fit all of the gold, but for some reason it wasn't put inside of the container, just left out on the bottom of this container. And a tube, looks like it's made out of bone, and it is stoppered with bone. The bone stopper looks like it has like a bit of kind of cork around it for ring stoppering. Looks like a spell scroll case.
Interesting. Made of bone.
If you open up the case, looks like there's a mention in the chat there for that. There are 3 scrolls inside. They appear to be clerical in nature, and it is the spells Remove Curse, Lesser Restoration, and Greater Restoration.
Nice.
So Hezrod's kind of like, he hears the sounds of tinkering, but he doesn't hear any explosions or screams.
Comes out. What do you got?
Rob.
Here you go. Here's some
How'd it go?
Here.
Somebody adding that to the sheet, or
We're gonna
So much a fucking rock star.
You hand it to him and it's like a bone. And he's
Sorry.
like,
Yeah.
Thanks.
I forgot to mention, the tankard is made out of precious metals. Your guesstimate is it's probably worth about 250 gold pieces itself.
we
Wait,
give
wait,
that.
wait.
We give that to Hezron.
Wait.
I want that. I want
Do you
that.
think there's anything magical about that tankard? She kind of points at it.
If you
Jeweled tank.
if you look at it and take a second, it does look like there are magical markings on the bottom. But
Do you think this is something? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say they don't appear to be like grand arcane markings. They just look like they're kind of like a trifle. You don't know what the trifle is, but it's like a common magic item.
Okay, 1 second. There was what was the
bone?
magic item?
The tankard.
It was a tankard with a
No,
with
no,
a dwarf.
I'm sorry, the scrolls.
The scrolls.
Oh.
Remove curse, lesser restoration, greater restoration. All cleric.
Those will come in handy.
So the only person who can cast those, actually, I think some of those are on the paladin list.
Greater
well.
resto and lesser resto.
And
Yeah, those are all, I
remove
think.
curse.
I think all of those are on the paladin list, but I don't have access to it. Not yet.
That's not how
Why?
scrolls work.
Oh,
You just have to have it on your spell list to be able to cast it.
got you.
And then if it's
Oh.
over the level that you can cast it, you have to roll for it.
Got you. Okay. Got you.
And there was something else that had like a value.
The
The
tankard,
tankard.
which is technically magical,
Uh-huh.
it looks like it's about 250 gold pieces worth of precious metals that have gone into making this thing.
And we got 300 gold pieces separately.
Yeah, 300 gold pieces and a lead container that they would go in.
And a lead container? Oh.
Yeah, a lead
So
container.
300 gold pieces for everybody?
300 gold pieces total. If you want to split that amongst everyone, you can, or
Oh.
just put it in the party fund.
Yeah, just put it in the party fund. Makes it
I'm
easier
putting
to
it in
grab.
the fund.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we're keeping track of it.
Do you do anything with the tankard?
Hezrod takes it.
Okay. Do you pour something into it?
Hezrod, I'm putting it
Yeah.
in the party fund.
Here we go.
Hazard, do you pour something into it and drink it?
Or some wine into it.
He doesn't have any booze on him, but does the water look clean?
In this area, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Wait,
The second you fill the tankard
wait,
with
wait.
water, you see the face go.
What's the value? What's
So
the value?
Instead of
I love
250,
that.
but instead of sad dwarf beard face, it immediately turns into a face.
Jolly.
Drink it. Drink it.
So, like,
Hezron.
the face on the mug changes to happy when it fills up?
Yeah, and then you drink the contents, and then it's sad again.
That's
Oh.
funny. I love that.
You drank
Well, he was
from
drinking
me.
out of it, so he didn't notice the whole time. It's like he
Everyone
like
else is
fills
like,
it up, and then everybody sees the face, and he's like, look, and they watch the face up. Whoa.
look,
It's a
that.
Hezrod mood ring.
Perfect. Perfection.
Get inspiration for that. That's a good.
Yeah.
The Hezrod mood ring.
Perfection.
Perfection.
Ignore that.
So this
Alright.
is not our exit.
Doesn't
Do
seem
we
to be.
wish to face the babe?
No.
Well, I don't want to either, don't get me wrong, but as Malika said, it might be part of some sort of purification or something that lets us find a way out. Before we try that, though, maybe we can examine the grate and see if there's a way out through the water main, perhaps.
There are also 2 other routes that we did not explore yesterday. There's a path across that big chamber on this floor, and then there are the stairs down outside the dwarf's office that I presume go somewhere other than where we showed up when we climbed down through that mask.
We never went down. That's true. Yes, we should probably finish exploring before we go towards what is absolutely a terrifying creature. So, should we do that first?
Yes.
Are you okay? So
Sure.
where are we going?
Do we
going-
want to go down
The-
first, or which
The grate is closest, and then we could go to the mask that's across the cavern.
So if you go to the grate, you can see that the water continues northward. It's still having the weirdness of its flow, but the grate you cannot. Like you can drop it down if you want to, and then gain access to the same tunnel that you were just in.
Okay.
But
Oh.
the tunnel continues northwards. It looked like it was
continues
blocked.
north.
It looks like it was blocked off, but that's just because of the nature of three dimensionality in Roll20. It's not a thing I can present to you. So that waterway you were just in, its pathway north looked like it kind of came to a terminus. That's just the alcove that goes underneath the landing where the grate is.
Oh.
Oop.
So while
you-
they head back up there, can Hezrod keep following that stream?
Yeah, absolutely. So give me your toe. Stop moving.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to walk you through the process. Avran, you're going as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go underneath the grate and you move to the other side. You can see that the path kind of winds on a little bit further. Continue on, and you see that it looks like it goes under another kind of area again. This one does not have this is grateless, but you recognize that this would probably be the path that led up to the rust statue. Remember the water was audible from there?
Yeah.
You move underneath that and continue heading that way. And yeah.
So they would see us walk underneath the grate, right?
Yeah, they would see you go underneath the grate. You would also note that from the bottom end, the grate cannot be opened. It can only be opened from above using the very special pins that drop it from below. So while you're there, do you want to do anything? While you're underneath the
We
grate?
can actually like kind of hold it from underneath while they take it apart.
While someone breaks it apart? Does that sound like a good plan?
We can do that.
And kind of take the pieces and kind of catch them with a cloak, and then just settle them in the water so no loud sounds are made. And then you continue on, and you move northward. Soma, do you join them or no? Now that the grate's been opened, do you want to drop down with them?
Sure.
Okay.
As long as we get out of here before dawn.
Is there room between the bottom of the passage and the top? Like, how much room is there?
Not enough for you to fly above it. You kind of have to walk in the water. Yeah, it's
rude.
Or you got a spooter climb.
it's a situation where they're actually kind of like hulking down and kind of moving through this passage because the roof is a little lower than it was back in the area where the other
I'm
stuff was.
curious. I want to go in there too.
Is it dark in here?
It's dark, but there's still kind of a bit of an eerie glow. So that seems to be like a thing that's present throughout the entirety of the dungeon. You continue on, and you move to another underpass, and this seems to kind of shift off to the side. And I'm putting you in very specific order.
Sorry.
So that when I grab you and move you, you move to where I want you to go.
Okay.
It starts to narrow as well. And you also note that this wall that you're next to, as you kind of go under some kind of well-worked structure, appears to be perfectly worked. Looks like it is a stone wall that is probably to a room. It also doesn't look too terribly strong, but at the same time, you're not certain.
John, can you put me down there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there a casket in this room?
Is everybody else going with them, or no?
Yeah, I was going to.
Fiona?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like they're heading in that direction, so everybody kind of drops down and moves on that way. Bear with me here.
Does Avran have a crowbar?
No, but he has a giant ass greatsword.
Not the same thing.
That's the same thing.
So you can kind of see where you're at. So you can kind of see where you're at, and it looks like the path continues to the south. Now, the first thing that you notice when you kind of come into this alcove here is directly above you, there is a hole. Very much like the air shaft that you saw that in the negative space was like the green light hole. It looks like it goes up. And if you kind of look up and just keep staring up, it looks like it just goes forever and ever and ever. And it's perfectly well lit, and it's amazingly dizzying to look at it as it kind of just goes up straight. The only reason it becomes harder to see further up it is because it's just so long. It doesn't look like it narrows or tapers or anything. It is a perfectly 3-foot wide hole that just goes up into wherever. You remember too that this was a place that was underground, but not that far underground.
Right.
Does it look like you said 3-foot hole? Could somebody fit in it?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like if you throw Spider-Man up there, he could probably climb it. Yeah. But it looks like
some snakes.
Man can climb up there himself.
It looks like it goes up there. Yeah, it could do. But it looks like it goes on for a long, long time. And the last hole that you kind of saw of this nature had a devilish pop out of it. So if you want to go up there, you can if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm just curious, keeping that in mind.
Wait, had a what? Had a what pop out of it?
I don't know. What did you say?
No.
Putting it in your back pocket.
Had a mysterious skull appear.
It was a real ash hole.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit.
My memory is so bad. Did anyone hear that?
Yeah, it was something about a semi-itch. I don't know.
A semi-itch. No.
A semi-itch sounds about.
That's like that's why you got a half chub, and it's.
Oh no.
John.
Sorry.
Horny gel right now.
Sorry.
Bonk. Do we all continue down and then east?
Yeah. If you do, you'll note that there appears to be a staircase on the right wall. It looks like the water flowing. It strangely enough seems to be flowing now correctly. You don't know when it changed, but if you backtrack, it's right around that building.
Check
in there, Soma.
Secret doors.
Sorry, what now?
Check in there, Soma.
The stairs?
Yes.
There is a door, and the door has the similar mechanism that all the doors in this dungeon have had.
What do your rogue guys see?
You open it?
Sure.
Your roguish eyes.
You open up a chamber. Let's see.
It's a new chamber.
There's 6 coffins. Oh no. Whoops. I was guessing.
You're wrong. There's exactly 7.
What is this place? Oh yeah, this is the Grey Order's prison.
There's so many.
Every room's got coffins.
So many coffins in this tomb.
It's so weird.
I can't believe it. What a fucking surprise.
So you look in this chamber.
Who would have thought? Not
you
me.
cough in any direction.
And you see that there are skulls crusted with dried mud flour from niches cut into the walls of this tomb. A stone sarcophagus stands in the center of the chamber, its lid adorned with a coiled serpent carved in relief. Behind the sarcophagus, kind of off to the side from where you're entering, you see that there is a marble pedestal. It has an ornate crystal box with a humanoid skull floating inside of the crystal box. The crystal, or the skull inside, appears to be giving off a faint green light.
Is it the same skull that we had the replica of?
This one appears to be moving and kind of floating inside.
But does it look the same?
No.
There is green light.
No. It's a skull
Just a skull.
in a box.
There's no gemstones.
Yeah, it's just a skull in a box. That's it. In a crystal box, a see-through box.
So you would see
Cesar
two.
walks up behind him, and then, like, seeing that skull in the box, he just says, "That's weird. Where's Fiona?"
You would see too that the backtrack. Okay, I got her here. There we go. And I'm gonna shift click.
Fiona, it's weird. It's a weird skull.
You would see too that the network of tunnel ways that kind of seem to etch out, some of them higher, some of them lower, kind of webbing all throughout. Every so often you can see movement inside of these kind of weird holes. And looking inside, you can see that they're 8-limbed arachnids, kind of, well, of course, arachnids are 8-limbed. You can see small little arachnids kind of moving around inside of the holes.
Are they kitten-sized or are they like normal sized?
They're like tarantulas.
Okay, all right, normal sized. That's good.
Oh,
But they, if you're looking at them, Avern, they look weird. Like they look like they're broken, or like pieces of them are missing, and like
Oh,
can I do a nature roll?
yeah.
it's just not very natural.
You got higher than a 2? They're
yeah,
fucking
well-
weird.
Hey,
Hey,
you know what? I'm just
Understood.
gonna give it to you for free without a roll. Based on the way they look, they shouldn't be moving around. They're dead. They should be dead.
Oh, it's
Sure.
very unnatural.
There are parts
So,
of the
what is the total space of this spider place?
Wait.
Oh, fuck, that's a lot.
They should be
Mhm.
dead. They should be dead. So religion roll.
They happen to speak Sylvan?
The religion roll won't tell you much.
To determine undead.
They definitely shouldn't be alive. Is what you'd get. Religion,
Mhm.
just having get trained. I'm assuming you're guessing they're undead. Is that accurate?
Guess I'm on.
I'm assuming you're guessing they're undead, right? As a player, yeah. I can't confirm that with a religion roll. I can confirm that with like a use of divine sense. Like there are features that allow for you to say that is an undead. But if you're
I mean, I can use divine sense and
there,
see if they're,
yeah, all of the columns, every single one of the holes is just glowing with undead. All of the
they're all undead.
all
Nothing.
of the spoders in here are undead.
So I guess
Yeah,
animal
well,
handling wouldn't help. But
well,
Not
Also-
Spoder Man. All
The-
Spoders, but not Spoder Man.
Brown,
skull.
he does this and he says, "Everybody out!"
The
What
skull,
does the skull emanate?
the skull's also undead.
Okay. That
but-
skull is alive, but not alive.
Hezron's
Out,
yelling for
out.
everyone to get out. Does
Everybody
anybody
out!
listen to him
Which way?
as he's going to destroy? Nothing's attacking you. Nothing's come at you. Nothing's fighting you.
Everybody out!
Wait,
Out, out,
Hezron.
out!
Which way? Which way are you talking about?
Wait,
Starts grabbing
Hezron.
people, like shoving them towards the door. This door.
I
He's,
mean,
like, pushing them.
But wait, I just want to talk to him.
No! Out!
I
Out! Out! Out!
Before you leave, or before you're forced out, everyone, does anybody go over to the skull at all, or no?
No, I don't care about the skull. I just care about the spiders.
Anybody else?
Everyone kind of wants to, but if Hezron's pushing, then
Do you want to before he starts yelling? Because again, it kind of just jumped right to that.
yes.
Okay. You hear a voice that seems to echo into your mind. A young girl's voice that says, "What's happening? Why can't I see?
Can I think back? You're dead.
Please. Where am I?
Great bedside manner there, asking.
You are dead in a crystal box.
Are you friends of my father?"
Yes,
Ooh.
we are. We are all friends of your father.
So far, this is just for Avran, but if you want to move in, as Hezron shoving you out, looks like Avran's very focused on this skull, and as Hezron grabs a hold of him, it's probably like, like.
Hey, wait a second.
And then Fiona, you walk up, and you can start to hear the voice as you appear, and then you cut in. So the two of you are talking to the skull. Oh. Make a deception roll, Fiona.
Okay. No, she's not gonna risk it. She's not gonna risk it. She's just gonna roll deception.
Who dies?
Oh.
Zudadium, what does he do?
Wow. Good. It's so good that you're here. But where am I? I can't see anything.
Oh, don't worry. We're in your bedroom. Everything is fine now.
Oh,
You can rest.
I can rest.
You can rest.
Might be
Okay.
dead.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Persuasion. That's also charisma.
Nice.
I'm
That's
not.
good.
I'm not tired, but I thank you for letting me know it's safe to do so. I just don't know where I am. I can't see anything at all. Please, just tell me where I am.
Fiona just kind of frowns slightly before trying to, like, she can't see at all, so she tries to make her voice seem as warm as possible.
Do not worry. You are in a safe place.
Wait.
All of your favorite things are here.
Wait, did he say I was dead?
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you say yes? Do you say yes in reply?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Fiona,
dead.
do you say anything immediately after he says yes?
She'll just say, oh, God.
Do you want to, like, do the try and cover it up and make him sound dumb thing? Like, again, just
Yeah, I was
role
about to
play.
say, she might just throw him under the bus.
I'm sorry, he knows not whatever he speaks. He is not actually friends with your father. I am.
Oh, so I'm not dead?
Of course not. Lovely girl.
Deception roll.
Cheese and crackers.
What part of Speak No Truth did you not hear?
Can we all hear this?
If you get close
No.
to the skull, if you, like, are getting around it, yes.
No, Hezron doesn't give a shit about what the skull's trying to say to him.
Otherwise,
He's trying
you're hearing them talk, and you're hearing nothing back from that.
I was just looking at the spiders.
God,
We
yeah.
You do
Hezron
have
says,
that eye, right?
You can talk to the skull as long as you want after I have destroyed all these broken creatures.
Again, they don't seem to be coming out of their holes, and they do not appear to be coming after you.
I don't give a shit. They creep me out.
I'm just letting you know, as you're like, it's a deadly threat! Everybody be scared!
Well,
Everyone else is just kind of like...
There's
Kel will try to
spiders.
be like to Hezron, be like, all right, just a moment.
Hezrod, calm
Just a moment.
down, darling.
As you kind of turn Avran away and kind of explain to her that you're her father's friend, Avran is not, you hear her voice kind of, oh, good. I will rest then.
Oh, okay.
I'm so tired all of a sudden.
Fiona smiles as she knows she can't see her, but she tries to do like a bit of like a comforting hum under her breath as she says that.
As you kind of lull her, you see the light kind of fade, and then the skull kind of just slowly settle inside of the glass box. Looking at it, you realize that the glass box, you could probably pick it up and remove it, but it looks like the activity inside of the glass case is no longer active.
Fiona kind of sighs before immediately turning to Avran and kind of doing like a finger wag.
Please let me handle the conversations in the future.
And then she turns to the rest of the group.
I believe there was a child still present, but I've convinced her to rest now. I believe we should be able to deal with this.
And she points to like the box and skull.
If you remove the box, the skull, you can see that it's a probably teenage girl's skull. And if you kind of shift it to the side, you would see that settled underneath it is a ring with the Montelay markings on it.
Oh my god, this is the 4th Montelay ring! She picks it
Fiona.
up, adds it to her collection.
Okay.
Fiona,
Perfect.
do we put this skull in the sarcophagus, or do we just leave it in the box?
Does the sarcophagus look like there's a body of a small body to match, or?
No, it looks like it's more, adult size. And again, it looks like the sarcophagus has a relief kind of settled into it that is a coiled serpent.
I don't know. We can think about all of the things we've heard before, but I don't know if laying the body inside the casket is right. Or sorry, the skull. We should probably just leave it as is, I assume.
Fiona, my dear, do you think this is the purification that was hinted at before?
Oh. She kind of thinks about that for a moment.
It could be. What do the rest of you think? Is this...
She kind of actually looks around the room again now. Is there anything else sort of to collect around the box? Like, does the box... It's just like a normal...
Yeah, it's a glass box. You kind of take the topper off of it, right? And you move the skull. Underneath the skull is the ring. You take the ring, you set the glass back. There's the sarcophagus in the center of the room. It looks like it opens very similarly to the wine sarcophagus. And then there's also the relief of a face, similar to the other room, with another sarcophagus, the one with glue all over it. This one looks like it has a handle next to the left side of the interior of the face, and it looks like it has door mechanisms that allow you to open the face. The perceptive of you, Malika specifically, who actually went over to inspect this thing in the first place, realized that she's on the inside of the very first face that you saw across the large chasm of stairwell-y fun times.
Mm.
Okay, so we're across the big room on the first floor.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
And that was the face that we had not investigated before.
There was a face that you were walking over to investigate, and then Hezron
Okay.
ran off and did cool shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, after relaying all that, she'll probably just kind of back out the room, see if there. She'll talk about like the fact that it looks like there's sort of like you said, sort of like an exit or opening sort of thing.
Yeah.
She'll relay that
Mm.
specifically.
Okay. Does anybody move to the sarcophagus to investigate it or open it?
I mean,
I think we can have someone check it for traps before we try to do any of that.
Yeah, I'll check for any traps that aren't crazy light gem.
Don't
things.
touch it. Don't touch it yet, in case there's another layer of that stuff.
is it gleaming?
The doesn't have any glue or anything crazy. It doesn't have any significant notice of traps. You kind of think back to the last sarcophagus, Soma, to probably gesture people out, similar to how Hezron was trying to doing it, I'm guessing. And then open it with the intent to run really fast towards the door if this bitch is a baddie.
Yes.
It's not. You open it up, and inside there is a dead body. It looks like the head of this individual was a snake, so possibly a Yuan-Ti. And you notice that grasped in its skeletal hands is a staff of dark wood that appears to be carved in a coiled serpent pattern. Its head, that of a python.
Nice.
Sick.
Snatch it.
Malika, you reach in and grab the staff?
Hell no.
Snatch it! Do you grab it? No.
No, that was like a suggestion. Yo,
You should snatch it.
Snatch it.
Soma, do you grab it, or do you want one of us to grab it?
I vote for one of you.
Trap.
Okay.
Great. What exactly are you trying to grab? Can
There's
you
a
just?
staff inside there. It's being held by a skeletal serpent-headed humanoid.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh,
I
Fiona
will
reaches
take
out with
it.
Mage Hand and sees if she can pick it up.
Yeah, it weighs enough that you can pick it up. Mage Hand lifts it up.
Okay.
Perfect. She
Nothing crazy
retrieves
happens.
it.
Okay. The second the staff touches your real hands after being retrieved, a green smoke billows from the head of the serpent, and you hear a sibilant voice enter into your ear. It says, "Please, let me help you. I promise to be good." A more masculine voice, but also young as well.
Insight check.
So, as that happens, you can allow it to help you, or you can make a charisma saving throw to resist its
Sorry, what
assistance.
was the more masculine voice that I heard?
This voice that came when you picked up the staff, when you took the staff from the mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the voice say, "Let me help you. I promise to be good." And as you kind of take the staff, I'm asking you, do you want to let it help you? Or do you want to resist its assistance?
I think she wants to resist until she can figure out what it is.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
You got this.
Where are you? There's charisma.
A part of resisting it is discarding it. You drop the staff, it hits to the ground, and you realize that this essence was trying to join you in your own body.
Ew.
That's what you need is more voices in your head.
I was just about to say, does anyone know about a staff that tries to enter your body?
I know several.
What?
Excuse me?
Exactly.
No, Avran, it's not about the physical body. I'm sure you know all about that, but it sounds like
Two kids.
Josie's talking about the spiritual body.
Josie? Who's Josie?
It sounds like Fiona's talking about the spiritual body.
Yeah, Fiona looks at it again, uses Mage Hand gingerly to pick it up again, and kind of examines to see if there's any like words or carvings or runes that could indicate what the hell this is.
Hold on.
Identify on it.
I commented on your in-character gaff. What character was I? The staff? The staff like, Josie, who the fuck is Josie? Shut up, Stick.
I just assumed you were Duron Balcard. Is that not correct?
Oh, right. Yeah, that tracked.
Like this voice just like echoing painfully in the back of Malika's head. Who is Josie?
The ultimate evil, I suppose.
The
She
ultimate
yeah.
evil is just John.
She's just gonna look at the others though.
Did any of you see that smoke, though? Or was I the only one who saw it?
You all saw it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm just the only one that heard it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's horrifying. Great.
She then can she see if there's any? Are there any kind of carvings, or is it just like a plain stick?
It is a staff that has been ornately carved to look like a coiling serpent, and the head of it appears to be a python's head.
Are there any like gems or anything inlaid, or it's all carved?
Dark wood.
Dark wood. Okay.
That fancy wood.
Which, out of character note, dark wood is very ancient wood that is very much stronger than regular lumber. It's also known as ironwood, or also the lumber of the one wood. It comes from the forest from before. It's basically indestructible.
Okay. I think she'll just kind of look at the rest of them.
Well, I don't think I need possession added to the list of my ailments while we're in this place, so maybe I should just add it to the bag.
Do you
It
have all your non-magical colored cloaks?
Quick note: it cannot be taken up and put into a bag of holding. If it is attempted to be put in a bag of holding, it jumps out of its own volition. Anyone who wishes to take the staff up will have the same offer proffered to them. Does anyone wish to take up this staff and allow for the assistance of the spirit in the staff? If not, it lies. And basically, since we're at the end marker, we're going to determine
Sounds good.
that now, and then we will end the stream once we've come to a decision. So I'm just going to ask each one of you in turn. We've already got Fiona's response. She is not taking up the staff. Hezrod, do you wish...
Fuck? No.
Okay. Kel,
Too busy looking at spiders.
Avran,
I know he wants to say yes.
He really does. Fuck it. Yeah, why not?
okay. You take up the staff. You hear the voice. Let me help you. I promise to be good. You accept its assistance. You feel a soul enter into your mind.
Here we go.
Thank you so much. It's been so long. My name is Oru. And that is where we'll end the stream for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
And we'll see you next week. Let's double check.
Right?
Yep.
Yes.
The 29th. We have the 29th. The 5th we will not be here because of Gen Con. But 29th will be. Have a good night. See you later.